And here we are in Ascent. Of course, this is the grand finals for the Qualifier West series of CVAL West. My name is Edu. Welcome to watch SJSU Blue, aka the Spartans, face off against SFU Pink, a team that had battled it out in that lower bracket and now has quite an interesting goal ahead of them. How are they going to now have a return game? This is a rematch between SJSU Blue and SFU Pink. SJSU, these Spartans knocked down this team and have set them aside, and now after crawling back, can we see a different outcome on this turnaround? This is going to be a very interesting game to see what is going on. Obviously, Ascent is going to be our first map of the day. As we know, it is a best of 5 here at the CVAL West Talent. We are going to be experiencing Ascent, Lotus, Bind, Split as our 4 main picks, leaving Icebox as our decider. Welcome. Let's have some fun. SJSU Blue Spartans, of course, going to be starting off on the on the attack, while SFU Pink starts off on the defense. So let's hope that they are going to be able to deal some damage and really set themselves aside as the strongest team in this lobby for a good reason. But I'm excited. I know they're excited, and I know we're probably going to just be watching some fun gameplay nonetheless. So let's look forward to this game and see where they go in the pistol round. Looks like we do see a lot of mid presence already early into this game. I like the way that we're seeing SJSU take space here. But talking about taking space, that is a shot to the face. Kaho takes him down. Slayer grabbing more, and this is an immediate start off strong here for the defense. Look at that retake. They're working together, and they flawless the pistol round. Absolutely clean with it, and they're going to keep that energy moving, as we know them to be a powerful team once you get the ball rolling from what we saw yesterday afternoon. But just because they managed to win pistol does not mean that they're going to be keeping this momentum. That is something earned, not given up at the start. 1 round down, though, it was an impressive display. Can they do it again? Obviously, we do have SFU Pink starting off with some decent buys. They have an Outlaw, Ares, Stinger, Spectre, and Sheriff. They have every weapon except for the same. I like this, but Kane going for some body shots. Actually does a little bit of damage over to one of these players, and that's gonna impact the Omen quite a lot moving into this next part. I like the positioning here from Slayer, but this rotate coming through from the Spartans might just get them an opening onto the B site. But mid, they spot out Slayer. Slayer hears these peeks from Cade, and Cade is going to want to rotate over. Smart to not give up too much positioning here, but when they only are walking into this round with pistols, what's the plan? Super close, sitting up close while the Owl Drone tries to spot some information, but that dagger is going to land right on the Sova. We see some people dashing out. It's going to be up to Cade here to try to get on the point. The Ares falls on the ground, and Super Glow is trying to get some shots to the smoke, but it's just not working. They're taking more damage, but Super Stew will grab you. Hurry, and that's huge. That's a massive, massive round. And Yuri getting that pick is pretty solid. So can they keep it moving, though? We are seeing them now walk in. Lots of the attackers on Spartan's team is incredibly low, but this eco has worked out in their favor to get enough to plant the bomb. But look at that spray. Kahem getting the shot down. Beautiful job. What an Ares. And Kane now needing to swing into 2. Spots the shoulder, gets 1, gets 2, and that is wiping them, leaving us now in a 1v1. Ares in hand, it is planted for John. And he gets it. Thriftying the round. Spartans take it by the skin of their teeth. 5 HP on John Hamm, whose real name is John Hamm. Gotta love that. But he's not the actor, because he's not at all faking what he's doing. He is cooking right now. But going into this next round, I'm expecting to see some positive gameplay here from SFU Pink, as they are going to try to reverse the reversal. They need to get some damage dealt. And obviously, that last round is definitely going to impact them on a ripple effect. It's going to be felt next round, the round after that, it's going to take a few to get them back on track.
Take flight.
And there's some shots coming out.
Spike down mid.
Seeing a little bit of damage going a long way, but the spike now down. Spartans do manage to not only grab the bomb again, but actually move the weapon away. It's going to be really hard for these players to upgrade, even though they got the kill. And Cade is actually going to be dropping his Outlaw for the Vandal. And that can open them up for some decent success here. Nice shot. Slayer able to take out Khan. He might be able to do it again. Slayer now in a position to go up against Cade, but you know, he was in phase for a reason. He's got that aim. Clean swing, clean one tap here. And we are going to be seeing a little bit of a rotate over towards that A site.
Cover going out.
But Pink, SFU, they know that they don't really have the tools required to push onto this point. So they're going to have to group up, allow the bomb to be planted no matter what. And the retake really stems off of what these players can do with these pistols. Sheriffs, yes, are great guns. We saw what Kane can do to make it a 1v1 last round, but they're going to have to pull through again with it. And there's some shots fired. Not a lot of damage dealt. Cade's still standing. We might see them be able to drop in and get a pick, but wait a minute. It's all about timing. Kaho, super glow. They're there. The lineup is around, but are they going to stop him from planting? That's one. That's two. What a spray transfer from Yuri. And he's got it. Just barely winning it on time. And that's why you want a KJ. But what a clutch. Spartans will be taking that round, but we do see an upgraded weapon going over Super Stu. Not a terrible round for an eco here. They managed to take out all of the players for SJSU. And if the Spartans lose those kind of players, they're going to have to be investing all of their reserves. 3 players are now sitting at 0 credits remaining. And that's definitely going to just eat a hole through them right now.
Deployed.
Look at Slayer. Now holding their own, trying their best to take it slow. They could try to go up through mid. Look at the Spartans. They're walking right into Slayer, and look at that boost. Spots out one, but Cade says, hey, thanks for giving me a free elevator to a kill. What a pick from Cade. And that's going to be the Spartans starting off with the first blood and dropping an offer. That is clean. So, can they keep this moving? Can they keep the damage? Do have a nade like that trying to slow down Super Glow. And that's appreciated. But are they going to be able to run in and do a little bit of damage? Yes, they are. Super Glow grabs Khan. Now 4v4, but the retake is not going to be easy. There's very limited resources remaining. Not a lot of abilities here that they can try to touch the site with. But Kane has an op, and Kane brings the pain. They're taking it slow. Once they're grouped up, they're using their util. The last piece, I mean, that blind kind of wasted if they don't push in with it, and Cade's going to punish Super Glow. Now they're trying to walk out. Yuri knows how to hold this down and might be able to, but look at that. Kane cannot hit the shot with the op if he's blind, and Kaho has to now make some space. The bomb is ticking away here. Whew, talking about made space. Kahem gets one. Yuri gets the other. Kahem finishes it off, and that's going to be the Spartans handedly taking that round. Let's see this now. SFU Pink. They're down quite a bit. They tried going for these retakes. The last round was probably the most likely chance that they had for a while to actually bring some firepower to the table. But now they're walking in with Sheriffs, Stingers, and a Hope. But Yuri lurking over with Cade could open the door over on B, while A is where the bomb and Omen KO are currently positioned themselves to be in. But look at Slayer's positioning. It's very aggressive here. Wants to maybe try to find a way to break through. Might be able to do a little bit of damage here. But we know that Slayer is a player that knows how to get these picks, but do they have the timing? The second he turns around, unfortunately, Yuri's going to be right in there. And now you look at that mini-map, you see all 5 players grouping for a B push. And if Spartans sets their eyes to something, they always get what they want. So how are they going to slow this down, Slayer? Flashbang out. Oh, Slayer, he tried dashing, but he got hit by the corner. Slayer, it was all on you, but now it's going to be all up to Kane to try to pick it up. And that's the Stinger getting 1. That's Cade getting the trade, but the smokes are there. So Kaho is stuck in here. Can Yuri try to get something? Kaho running and gunning down. It's going to be Kahem getting 1. John Ham going ham, getting another one down. And it's 1-4 here for the side of Spartans. This team is just cooking. And now, SFU Pink versus SJSU Blue. This is the round that matters most. You see an ultimate on the board. Almost everyone in this lobby is so close to having a 5-stack of ults. But look at this, the Odin for the counter spam from Kahem. Is it going to find anybody? Looks like it's not. And they are executing a B site. They want to hold it down. We have an attacking ultimate. We talked about that at the start of the round. It's going to be the lockdown to lock it down here for this team. But unfortunately, it's placed in a safe spot, so we're not going to see much. And an ultimate will come through. It's the Hunter's Fury. It might be able to connect, but wait a minute. The slow is huge, but what a shot. Yuri gets 1. Cade gets another. And the retake, again, in the position we've seen them in time and time again. Can SFU Pink try to balance it out?
Spike planted.
Some shots now fired. And a res coming through. And a wall bang, though, for Super Glow. Takes out Cade, a huge player to not have to be concerned with. Khan, though, grabs Kane. If your name starts with C, you're going to be bringing the pain. There he goes. Super Stu grabs 1. And the Odin falls to the ground and is picked up by the KJ. Can we see multiple Odins being picked up by defense? And on a map like Ascent, it's worth it to do so. So we actually see a decent turnaround here for SFU. And SFU, now with taking that round, is up to being pretty close to getting this game on a full recovery now. So can they do it? Can they keep this momentum? They managed to get 1 after a 4-round streak of losing it. And Cade is going to have to be popping knives here.
Get out of my way!
And there's Kane getting the pick on a Khan. But Cade running it down, might be able to find something here. Yep, just keep holding that W key. Spots out 1, but this ultimate is huge. It's panicking Cade. What a great support Fury. Slayer is going to grab Kahem. John Ham, though, getting the trade-off. Leaves us now in a 2v3 where we have Yuri. Oh my god, Yuri taking a complete shredding to the face. Leaving us now with John Ham in a 1v3. John will try to smoke it, but he just dry swings. And that's going to be the death of them in a new round for SFU. SFU really doing great here. I'm surprised that we're seeing them, you know, take a while to get back online, but they're turning it around. Obviously, in that upper finals, if you guys watched that, it was interesting to see how they lost to this team previously in their most recent matchup against each other. But I think they learned a valuable lesson by playing yesterday against Demigods. And that lesson is hit your shots.
Right here.
Ooh, decent spray down. Not gonna connect too well here, but Yuri lurking up this time. We're actually seeing more of a lurk focused on A. And I do want to point out something. We actually have yet to see a push. This team, Spartans, they love B. They don't like going anywhere else. And unfortunately, they're going mid right into Slayer's op. So Khan, if you're going to want to get in here, it's going to be very risky. Ooh, almost a flick there from Slayer. But now that they know an op is mid, that's going to completely shut down that opportunity for them to try to push in here. And actually, ooh, what a great owl drone allows them to get across. But Kahem, you have the bomb. You need to not peek that to ego. And yep, goes Cat. This is going to be an A execute. And as Ascent does, they're taking it slow. Unfortunately, they did not spot anybody out with that knife, but look at Slayer. Oh my god, Khan will drop, and that's a huge pick here, not having that KO for the initiation to get in, and Super Stu now taking out your controller. There's not a lot that Attack has to work with to hold this site in the post plant, but they're going to try their best, and that best is not good enough when you have Kaho just getting a dome down, and now Slayer, 17 HP, switching the weapon. The shock dart is huge, but can we see anything actually come through? Cade's grabbing one, Kahem in a 1v3, and they're just going to be running it down with those Odins.
Team Ace.
Now, we're tied. It's a 4-4 scoreline here. We're seeing a team that's really able to balance this out. But look at this. Slayer in a position, but not able to see over the smoke. It's not going to give him enough info, so he has to just sit here waiting out the smoke if he wants to get the jump on people. But this play that we've seen from Slayer, he's done this with this Sage many times. Kane and Slayer love this angle. They love this position, but if they do it too much, is it going to get red? No. Slayer gets con from it. So it's going to keep cooking. And now we're seeing that SFU has an advantage, but they don't have control over mid. And Cade is going to be pushing right on through. Can they get Glow? They cannot. Glow's going to be able to get one, get two. Almost gets three, but Kahem is going to shut him down. And they're keeping it moving. They're keeping this player out, and that's going to be a pick. Kaho able to get these trades, able to shut these players out, but look at that timing. And look at John. Oh my god, grabs Slayer. But he's in a 1v3. Again, John as the final player going against the world. We do have a smoke to get aggressive here, but it's very similar to the last play we saw, and he's about to teleport right into the Sovo. No, what? He doesn't see! John just diffing Kaho! Oh, that's unfortunate.
I will be their nightmare.
And look at this push up. I like the position that we're seeing from these players. They're taking it extra slow here. And they might be able to find some pick, but the flashbang is going to be coming out. Super Stu wanting to take it slow. And there we go. A blind to try to push him back, but all that utility actually scares him. John almost gets another great TP behind him, but the timing's not there. Stu, now stuck in Gen, is here with Kane. And Kane has that Odin. We've seen how the Odin can bring the damage that they need to just hold a site solo. And even the retake with this gun has been insane. And unfortunately, Spartans, realizing that they have not made a lot of noise, a lot of space, is going to be going back on their default. They want to try to take over mid again. Maybe get behind Super Stu. But Slayer, very aggressive here with the op. Not going to be able to dash away too quick. But if they get too aggressive, they are going to get punished by this lurking KJ. But look at where the team is focused on. They're now going right up into Super Stu's position. They want to find these picks here.
30 seconds left.
Oh, that doesn't actually spot him out, but Kane grabs one onto Khan. Kane grabs another onto Ham, and look at that. John is down, and this is Super Stew's time to shine. Kaho, wallbang. There's Cade down, and oh, these Odins are just too strong. But now one of those Odins is in the hands of Kahem, and he's trying to sit down, but he is sat down by Stew. And that's going to be defense taking the lead. What a turnaround. You know, looking at this game on paper, when you look at the odds and the battles that this team has gone through, you've seen that SJSU has had the success, has had the skills to really set apart themselves as the better team. But I don't think that's going to be happening in map 1. Ascent has really proven that as long as you bring a 3,200 credit gun, the Odin, you're going to be able to take it. They're going to keep it going. Look at that shot. Slayer grabs John Ham. And Slayer's going to be able to keep this moving. But wait a minute. An Odin spam is going to get punished. Cade just pushing up, holding that W key. Turns out to be a W play. 4-4 now. We have ultimates on the board. The Sage and the Killjoy are available to try to get a res together. If they can manage to make this a 5v4, that can try to balance it out for the retake on A. But look at this. Khan, a very early ultimate here to try to guarantee that they get onto A. Luckily for them, they get A for free anyways. But the bomb needs to get planted as soon as possible. They know that the KJ is close enough where their turret is still activated. So they have high alert going on.
Placing alarm bot.
Right here.
And there we go. An ultimate to scare them off the site. There's nothing to really stop it. Just kidding. It's a Hunter's Fury, and they're hunting. That's going to shut it down. Yes, lockdown destroyed. Shock darts available. Super Glow lands Jen. And Super Stew pushing out of tree. Spots out one. Cade has to get the picks, but he's dinked. And look at that team play. What? What? Super Stew, you can't be serious. No way. And that's it. They're all down. Flawless on the recovery. Flawless on the retake.
Here.
Last round before the switch.
Last round to use our creds and abilities. Alarm bot out. Turn out.
This is some serious gameplay that I was not anticipating. I thought that this team was going to maybe allow this game to be close. They lost 4 in a row to this team and since haven't dropped a single round. So SFU Pink, they are putting it down here, damage-wise, plays-wise, retake-wise. And they're going to want to do it again, but look at this. It's a completely shifted gameplay as we see Slayer shifting the tides of battle by getting Yuri down, and Kaho grabs Khan and even does damage to Kahem, but Kahem is going to be able to grab the pick. It's going to be able to set them up for success. But wait, Spartans has an issue. They have to worry about these blinds and the retakes. They're down a player. They have knives out in the hands of Cade. Cade's going to have to cook. You have Omen on the flank. Omen's gonna try to get there, but actually just smoked himself off. Could be a problem. The Odin spam. They just keep holding that W key. Kahem nearly getting wallbang from it. They have more than enough time to take it slow and try to go for these wallbangs. But look at that. Kane grabbing one. Kahem grabs another, but the knives. Cade not able to land it. And Super Stew is gonna get another double down. So that's SFU Pink setting themselves up for success and keeping it moving, as now in this first half we see an 8-4 scoreline.
Switching sides.
So let's see what they can do. SFU Pink, now taking a deep breath here to get into this next half, has to keep the streak that they've built up. They're going to be starting this half on attack this time. And if they have the same explosive rounds that we've seen that they did in the past, oh my God, seven rounds in a row, they just don't lose right now. If they can keep that energy, they can keep this map as their point. And SJSU Blue. They have what it takes to try to cook this up. Taking it slow. Might be able to find a pick. It's all off the back of this recon dart. If they can get that info, they should be able to get on in here. And oh my god, talk about information gathering. That's a 4 player suppressed. And Khan knows that it's going to be a push. And Cade knows how to get those clicks. Taking out Slayer. Taking out more and more and more of these players. Shock dart now out. We're seeing Super Glow trying now to find a pick. But oh, the panic spray with the Sheriff. Yeah. That's a statement. Might be able to find something here on the Ham, and will succeed in that. But Super Stu watches as Khan takes out 2, and Super Stu has to take out 2 of his own. Gets 2-3. Super Stu leaves us now Glow in a 1v1 and makes it easy. That's how you set it up for SFU Pink. Super Stu and Glow. If they got Super in their name, they live up to it. They've been cooking right now. And now they're going to be able to push on in. Let's see if we can find out if Super Stu is going to be able to get these picks together. If they can get this movement as we see it. But of course, 9-4, they have to run it down. They have to hold this back with a big chunk of information gained. That's 4 players spotted out here. And they should have the capabilities to get these picks. But look at that. We're seeing them now scared back a bit. And look at that shot. Super Glow spots it, gets Cade down. And now, Super Glow might be able to find another, but look at that. And look at that shot. Look at that shot. 1 pick down. An amazing pick here. And that is now a 3 against 3. They don't really have the best weaponry to try to retake this, but they haven't needed the best weaponry to win. They've won a couple thrifties already today, and now Slayer has to hold it down, watching Heaven. And watching as the wall falls, it's going to be a pick down on a Kahem. Only a shorty in the hands of John. And shorty comes up short as Super Stu gets the final blow. And that is now a 10-4 scoreline. SFU Pink moving themselves into a position to really take off this game. Now, the last time, I do want to preface this. Last time that these two teams played against each other, they did successfully take Ascent. SFU Pink knows how to play this map against this team fairly well. They have what it takes. They have the skills that are able to lock these players out. So the question now becomes, will they be able to keep that momentum and push themselves above? This is a great recovery, and this is a great play. Look at that. They're buying out, and they're getting all of the kills. SFU Pink just shuts down all of the buys that Spartan has brought to the table. And now with only 2v4, the retake not going to be the easiest position to play. John has the opportunity to try to save this Phantom. Has a ton of utility as well, and light armor that hasn't taken damage. Sticking around here is expensive. And unfortunately, he stuck around and got a stray. So now he's not going to be able to get the discount on getting the full armor next round. And just in that moment, he's lost 600 credits. Not ideal. Not ideal there. But SFU Pink, they've managed to take another round. They've won a bonus as well. They've really just locked everything down for the side here on Ascent. And Spartans, I think, needs to maybe call a timeout going into next round. I know there's an opportunity that they have to make a comeback here of winning 7 in a row, but that's not going to be easy. They need to call a timeout. They need to take a deep breath here, or they're going to be running into a brick wall. And that wall is SFU Pink winning 10 rounds in a row.
Here. Placing alarm bot. Placing swarm grenade. This is gonna be fun.
Let's see this. I like this slow, methodical approach that we're seeing here from the side of attack. They don't really want to jump on in quite yet. This is the first time that Spartans is going to be able to go into a round with not only weaponry, but also utility. Last round, they had to kind of skimp a bit to try to buy out. But in this moment, we can try to see how they're going to be able to balance this out. Obviously, SFU Pink knows that B is an easier push than A. And wow, I mean, shout out aside, Khan has been getting insanely efficient knives. These KO daggers have just gotten 4 players every single time. So Khan has just given info to his team. They were on B, and all of that information also scares them. So we're going to have to see them walk away for a little bit, eat away at their time, and try to re-hit B site while we have now 2 players going for a lurk. With 40 seconds on the clock, they have to start making some space here. And that's going to be a lot of information, but A site smoked off. They can assume that this is going to be an A push no matter what. And that's why we're seeing some
30
rotates.
seconds
But
left.
can they assume that that read is correct? When you have a dagger like that, absolutely. They know that they're getting baited. They know that it's a back and forth. And now, unfortunately, they've been played with too much. But it doesn't matter if they have the aim. All of the mind games we're finally seeing come to fruition with a pick. 11-4 now. 2 players still standing. John
10
Hamm
seconds left.
in the same position they were in last time. Has an opportunity to save. But unfortunately, the only thing he's saving is Super Stew's KD. Look at that. Getting it down. Getting one more. It's just Cade 3K. You're on phase. I want to see what a tier 1 player can do. Ooh, nice. Shock dart comes through. That's 63 damage on a 1. And Cade, unable to clutch it up, leaves us now with SFU Pink taking match point advantage. Match advantage point, you call that a map, it's Ascent, and they're about to be calling new teams, new games here. They want to just turn this around. They have what they need. They can absolutely do this. So let's see it. Let's see if they can shut it down. And finally, we're seeing this team calling a timeout. Wait a minute. It's not SJSU. It's not the Spartans that have called this timeout. It's instead SFU Pink. 1 away from winning the game, and they have given a breathing time for the side of Spartans. And just because Spartans is down 8 rounds doesn't mean that they can't win this. Remember, Spartans dominated this team of SFU Pink in game or in the upper finals. So by all means, call your timeouts. Is that going to change anything is the real question. Is that going to set them up for success, or are they going to fall down? So let me ask you guys, what are your thoughts? Do we think that SJSU Blue is going to be able to take it? Or will this be knocked down by SFU Pink? Can we see them just knock it out of the park? Or will the Spartans turn back on? I know that I'm looking over and seeing lots of players, lots of community members, lots of people that are hoping that SJSU takes this. But SFU Pink yesterday proved that they do not want to go out without a hell of a fight. But now, timeout is up. Buys for both sides are online. We see that we have Vandals. We see that we have some weaponry to try to cook. Are they going to be able to execute A before Spartans gets that retake?
Cover going out. Scatter.
What an ultimate. That KJ utility just completely gave them the site for free. Now their post plant has been pretty much uncontested so far. We did see some attempts from Cade on multiple occasions, but it's all about the 5. They spot out Superglow, but Superglow able to get a pick while naded. And Kahem going for the flank only has a Guardian, and if you don't tap the right way, you will be able to get the pick. And now John spotting out 1, only has a Judge, but look at that. Shock Dart knows where Kane is. Does a decent amount of damage. It gets the pick down.
Deploying drone.
And here's the shots. Here's the capabilities here to try to move up.
Concentrate, Sova.
1 enemy remaining.
And that's 1. And that's 2, but the Shock Dart! He gets a
Attackers
post-mortem. GG. And Spartans have lost game 1. SFU Pink takes the early lead, and we'll be right back with our second map of this best of 5. Still starting off is SFU Pink. Last time they started off on the defense as well, and now attackers SJSU Blue in this best of 5 have a lot to prove. They have a lot of gameplay to show off today. Obviously, they are the seasoned team on paper and in the past, but are they going to be warmed up enough? Do they have the experience after not having to battle it through a lower finals to get back to this grand final? Do they have the warm up? Are they ready to prove themselves in map number 2? That's the question. Let's hope that we see some answers. We have Kaho, Slayer, Super Stew, Super Glow, and Kane over on SFU Pink, while SJSU Blue is ready to cook with their own strategy of bringing the sky out. Recently nerfed, but still able to bring quite a bit of utility. She's got healing, she's got stuns, she's got blind, she's got information. She's everything you want in an initiator, and that's why Riot loves to nerf her. So let's see what they can do. Khan on the Raze. Khan previously was on the KO. Cade was on Jet, now on Reyna. John Ham, we all love him, on the Omen, and same with Yuri on the KJ. So not many changes here when it comes to roles, but we know this team is ready to go. Pistol round starting off. We do see SJSU Blue going in for a mound to sea push. And because it's pistol, we're going to see some immediate rotations here. And that might shake things up a bit. You still have one player anchoring, though, the Cypher over on A, but the shots are fired. And look at that, Slayer getting the first blood of the round of map 2. Khan goes down. Let's see it. And there's the shot. Nice shot from Cade. Right onto Kane. And they're going to now take a very aggressive approach right through stairs into Kaho, the lurker, the anchor. And the anchor is going to crush one. Now with 2 players down in a 2v3, it's just going to be them to clutch. Cade pushing up. Oh, the timing. He looks away, and that allows for them to push in, but they don't. Wait! Why didn't they plant the bomb? They're down people, and now they had an objective that could have forced 2v2s. A massive misplay there. They tapped the bomb, and they wanted to now go into main, into the stairwell to try to bait anybody who got aggressive, but SFU Pink was going to be taking it slow. They anticipated a bomb retake. So, yes, it's pistol round. Not getting that bomb money means that there is no chance that they can force up here, and even the Sheriff in the hands of Cade is felt as an expensive purchase. But regardless, they are going to try again over to C on the early mound aggression that we saw in the pistol round, that we saw last round. And there's one shot. Kane able to grab Yuri down.
Dropped.
Slayer able to grab Khan. Kaho trying to get the picks. And there we go. Kaho able to get one more, and that is only down to 2. John Ham. What can you do? He's got the Sheriff. This is the biggest weapon on this team right now, so gonna try to get something. Kahem right around the corner. And there's the pick. Ooh. Love what we see from John. This time we need to see a bomb get planted here, especially when you have John trying to defend it. And the bomb will get planted. John will tap a little bit of HP away from the Viper. Oh, but they're blind. Blind is a bad thing. Throw a smoke down. The Guardian that they picked up, Kahem gets a double kill.
Last player standing.
And there's a better shot. Kaho grabs it, and Super Stew finishes it. But let's think about that round. That was a 5v5 start with a final of only 2 players remaining and no one on the side of Spartans except for the Reyna actually made a purchase. So that is a great bonus. They got the bomb planted, they got 3 players killed, and they spent no money.
Yes, this should do. Here.
So let's do this now. Super Stu now 3-0. This player has been the probably best player out of today's game so far. And even yesterday, Super Stu was the guy who was so consistent and is most likely the reason why SFU is even here in the finals. But let's see if they can keep that streak going. We do now have them on attack. We now have SJSU Blue. Shots are going to be fired. People are now going to try to get these picks, but they want to go A. Kane only has a Sheriff the bonus win. And it might work. Getting 1. Super Stu grabbing another. Kaho grabbing 1 more. Now down to another 2. Khan's on a triple kill. Khan's on a road to an ace, but Super Stu knows how to shut that down. The bomb will get planted. And just barely drops him so low that the frenzy finishes the job. John has to clutch. John spots out Stu. Knows that there's 1 close left, 1 far left. Takes it slow. He is going to get smoked off so they can tap the bomb. Super Stu able to swing out, but if he pushes dry, he might just die. 2 bullets. There's a lot of guns to reload, though, on the ground, so we can see something out of this. Oh, come on. He's going to be sticking it. Oh, no. He just sticks it. And now with 1 bullet, John dies. And that's going to be the round. 3-0. They've won their bonus. And they bonused with 2 sheriffs and a frenzy. So this is a lot of money that they're sitting on. Super Stu has 4,000. Super Glow has 4,200. I mean, they got so much money to work with. And you look over at Spartans, who, yes, was able to plant the bomb so they can try to force up some light armor. Maybe a hero rifle in the hands of Khan, but this is not going to be easy.
Shadows traveling.
Now they're going to push back up. Trying their best to maybe get a pick here. Taking it slow over on C. There we go. Ultimate now out. And there's the pick. Super Stu able to grab 1. Khan able to grab another. Util is going to be dropping down. Slayer trying to now push these players out. That's going to be the headshot. Super Glow is able to get 1, 2. Slayer gets 1 and Slayer gets 3. It's a flawless round here for SFU.
Grenade! Paint? Check. Charges? Check. Brakes? Nowhere in sight. I got yous, okay?
And look at this. Super Glow ready to try to get some information for them. We'll slow this down just a little bit. And look at that stack. We are seeing Khan getting caught out, and that's going to be Slayer getting a pick as well. They're really just setting up with success, getting these kills, getting these picks.
Cover going out.
The smokes are now out. John Hamm knows that the spike is down. He's 2 away from getting his ultimate, but it's easier to just walk over there and try to grab it. Oh, no. That Fade is in such a good position.
Cover going out.
And now we might be able to find 1. There's the pick. There's a double for Super Stu, but Yuri's able to get 1, but now Yuri's the only one remaining. Yuri has to clutch this up. No control over the bomb. Very limited utility to actually cook with. And with 40 seconds on the clock, they're going to have to take it slow. A new 1-way. this one way
30 seconds left.
still just locks it. I think Yuri's best bet is to try to go for a save, but the reason they're sticking off so close is they try to get a few exit frags. If you can get closer to getting that lockdown, that guarantees that they can take control over C site. Remember, Lotus is a map where if you start getting momentum, it's very hard to lose it. This map punishes those who don't have much.
10 seconds left.
But Yuri is going to be saving right now. Is going to be taking a deep breath. We are seeing Slayer trying to maybe spot him out. Yuri is going to be safe for this round. The smoke actually saves him. If that Omen had not thrown that smoke, we would not have been able to see the kill. And let's see it now. 5-0 SFU Pink starts off this entire series strong, and they haven't really let up yet. We did see the score originally was 4-1, but the turnaround from Pink onto Blue is just a little bit too much. So let's see what the Spartans are going to be able to do. Spartans are now focused on going A, but look at that mini-map, everybody. Look at the 4 players on SFU Pink cooking an insane flank. The turret that this KJ has is not even going to be able to spot them. They can assume now, as there's nobody in main, that they have this site, and they are getting flanked. Kaho pushing up, spots the head. And gets one, but look at that. Khan immediately swings hard, but look at the flank. It's going through. We did see one pick that the Rain was able to do, though. Kahem. Wait, what? Wait, why did Super Stu fly out of there? Why did he move so fast? Am I crazy? Anyways, Super Stu's dead. Not going to be able to slide away from that quick. Leaves us now with 1 player remaining. KJ versus Fade. And Kane will get it, but will Kane have enough time? No. The ring is around the circle, and that's going to be it. SFU Pink cannot clutch a new round. And yeah, that's a map, or sorry, a round point for Spartans. They have now gotten themselves 1 on the board, and that's the start. Wait, Super Stu in chat just went, did I do a super dash? Even the players are confused. That has to be the weirdest thing I've seen all day. There we go. Flashbang now out. The push-up is going to be coming through. One thing that Spartans has done quite often is take it a little slow here. And that's one thing that I think might need to be weaned off. I think going B quickly, yes, guarantees them the site. And usually that's a horrible play. It's a horrible strategy here. But when you're not getting on site up until the very last second and you're already down 3 to 4 players, that's when you're running into an issue. So Spartans' main goal is to just touch the site. Their post plant has been pretty clean. But here's Superboy, or Super Glow, sorry. Super Glow, up close and personal. I like the angle that they're in. They should be able to leave because the door's open. And they will be all right.
"30 seconds left.
Here we go. Nice. And there's the one. There's the push-up and all of the ultimates. What a transfer! Kaho with the triple kill down. They're cooking, and that's going to be a cooked player. And oh my god, did Spartans get blended? They held it down, and they locked it out. What a round. What a round. So let's see it going up now. Super Stu 11-2. SJSU Blue, I think, needs a little bit of a timeout here. They need to call something.
My job.
The half is already complete when it comes to getting at least tied or benefiting SFU Pink. If they lose this round, they have to call timeout. If they're not doing that, I'm not sure how they're going to be able to recover outside of relying on an insane defensive half.
Toxins going up. Poison orb emitting. Toxin screen down.
And we still see this default taking it slow. They're still wanting to figure out what's going on here. And if they go into C, that's where you met Kaho last time with the triple kill. Yuri. Spot super close. Gets a one tap down. Nice. It actually does enough damage to allow Cade to finish the job. They're going to keep it moving. Shots fired a little bit, but they're taking it slow. We do see Kane might be able to get one pick if possible, but wait a minute. Super Stu, the guy who floats, is going to be able to float 1 kill, 2 kills, 3 kills.
One enemy remaining.
Super Stu. And here's John Hamm. Again, in a 1v3. I've said that a lot today.
10 seconds left.
But he can get the bomb, and he can plant the bomb, and he can clutch the round.
Spike planted.
Oh, but body shots only. He needs to hit some heads, and unfortunately, his head is going to be the one that's hit. Super Stu on a 4K. Cleaning house right now and shutting this game out. But remember, it is a best of 5. So just because we see SFU Pink taking map 1, and based on this momentum, potentially taking map 2, they could still be reverse swept. And I know that sounds like copium, but listen to me when I say this. SJSU Blue, this is just a warm-up, right? This is a TDM for them. They hope. Anyways, let's see if they are going to be able to turn this around. We do have SFU Pink 15-2. 7-1. Look at how aggressive they're getting over on A. I love the positioning from Glow, but they've left B open. And an ultimate comes through, and it connects on a Slayer. That's the first blood going over to them. And look at this damage. Look at this. Super Stu with the double kill down.
Down B.
Trying to scare these players out.
Last player standing.
Yuri is gone as well. And here's John. Kaho, relax. He's dead. You don't have to shoot him anymore. And that's it. 8-1 now. And they're just locking it down. I will say, I love the fact that John has been the last player standing every time, because I know how that round is going to end. And that's no shade to John, but it's shade to John. Now, looking at this next round, though, let's have a deep breath and see how they're going to be able to bounce this back. I want to see the gameplay that they have. I want to see John making the space with his control agent, with this ability. And I do want to also point out, SJSU Blue, they're rocking a single control agent on Lotus, which has very much never been the meta. You need to have an additional control, whether that's Harbor, Viper, maybe even Astra. But a solo smoke is why John's having such a bad time. He's just not able to make the space that he needs to, but Cade is making the space in between the ears of Kaho. They're keeping it going. Super Stu now taking the high ground, trying to get over the smoke. They're not going to be able to spot much.
Spike planted.
Look at that spot. Look at that boost up. Cade getting one, Khan getting another. SJSU might just be on the map. And it's Kane to be the last player standing. An attack has successfully won it. Now 2 more rounds. They have an opportunity to turn this game around.
There.
There.
As long as Khan and Cade can get the entry frags for their team and get them through that door, they're going to be okay.
Here.
They're going to be all right. Because an 8-4 isn't terrible. And now a 10-2, that's a different story. We do see Odin spam coming out here. Do see these players trying to scare them back. There we go. Shots fired. Seeing Kaho trying to get a trade as well. Trying to set them up.
The hunt begins.
Look at Khan's position. This could be Kaho dead. But what? The timing, the reaction timing is just not there. And an ultimate from Slayer is not going to land either. We're seeing a lot of whiffs today. It's Whiff City, and Khan finally turns it around. Cade as well, getting Pain and Kaho. But Slayer just gets a triple kill with the nade combo. And he gets his nade up again and almost kills Khan from it. And that's it. Unfortunately, they're not able to replicate what they did last round.
Last round in the half.
Super Stu, now 17-3. Might be able to turn this around. And by turn it around, I mean turn around the hopes and dreams of anybody who was doubting SFU Pink. But hey, we're now looking at the last round of the side. This could be a do or die, but look at this. Smokes are now out. All 5 players are pushing in. Nades are now thrown. And look at that. All the shots. That's going to be a pick. That is opening it up. One pick down. Oh my god, everyone is falling. And the floating that Slayer is doing is being able to get the pick.
Switching sides.
So now SFU Pink, they have what it takes to try to take a deep breath here. They are 10-2. 10-2 to try to set this up. But now, 2-10. What's the path? What's the opportunity that they're going to be able to take with? I'm thinking SJSU, if they win pistol, will get to 5, but then SFU will turn it around. That's my prediction. Let me know what you guys are thinking in the chat. What ideas do you guys have? Can SJSU turn this around? Let's hope so.
Toxins going up. Toxin screen down.
Look at this. A counter push. SJS Blue. Spartans, they're right behind him. And here's John Hamm up close. No one's checking Super Glow. This is why chat wants us to spectate Super. Never mind. We don't want to spectate him anymore. Kahem is able to help out John getting the kill. And John keeps going. John's on it, doing it again. And now they're going to be able to keep it going. 2v3. And the smokes are down. And the shots are fired. And the shots are fired right from Ham's gun and right into the head of Stu. That's a triple kill down. John is, I believe, tripled his kills. And now only has 2 enemies to worry about. And he gets to stick the bomb. He's trusting his team heavily here. And he's going to have to commit. But unfortunately, it still goes over to SFU Pink. And SFU Pink is going to be able to get the pick down. I like what we're seeing here. And we still have another name next. Another game next. Sorry. If you guys don't know, here's the current map picks and bans. So map 1 was Ascent, as we know. Map 2 is Lotus, as we see. But map number 3 is going to be Bind. Bind is a completely different beast compared to Ascent and Lotus. Similar to Ascent, but it's got its own quirks. So I really am not going to expect SFU Pink to be pulling out the same play style on that map. And that could change things up. But wait a minute, they're holding W. Super Stu, are you going to get out in time? Or are you going to give them the stinger? Yeah, that's right. Stinger like a bee, get one. But no, Kahem's going to grab it, and that's a stinger in the hands of Khan. An upgrade here as Kahem is managing to take out one, but the bomb is still planted onto C. but it's not planted for CT, which could be in the benefit of Spartans. And Spartans, Yuri is grabbing Kaho. They might be able to keep it going. And there's 1, 2, 3. Can you get the fourth glow? No, you can't. Kahem, oh, it was all up to you.
Close.
But you were about to try it. About to try it. But now look at this. 12 to 2. SJSU Blue. These Spartans have 1 buy remaining to try to turn this game around. And I think they can do it. I think they can do it. All they have to do is group up on A and get one of those flanks. It worked out last round because you take out Super Stu. If you can get this lurking Viper, you can open the door for your team.
Toxins going up.
Nade coming through, and yep, they're going to get aggressive, but this time it's going to be different. Kaho is joined with Super Stu. They have a crossfire built up. They have the lineup if they want to get the picks, but look at that. That's going to be a free pick on a con, and that's going to be Kaho swinging. They read Spartans like a book. Now they're going to keep this moving. We have a TP on. We have these players trying to get their picks. And with the bomb now planted, an ultimate now popped. John Hamm has to back it up. Has to take a deep breath here. And he's going to breathe and click right onto Slayer. No ultimate to worry about. It's a 2v3. Definitely winnable. And there's no opportunity to save in this moment. You have to just commit to it. But no, Kane's getting it right through the smoke. And that's John dinking this player twice, but not clearing the round. And that's going to be 2 points to SFU. We'll be back with our next map of Bind. Potentially be the last game of this entire series, as the advantage point is over to SFU Pink and SJSU Blue. These Spartans, these players have a lot to prove. So far, we haven't seen them take a round more than twice, well, actually, game one, they got 4 rounds in a row and then proceeded not to get any afterwards. But that doesn't mean that's all they're going to get. Of course, my name is Edu. Welcome to the west side of things, and we're going to see who has the best side of Valorant. Who's going to be able to take it, cook up something nice, and actually be able to dominate in our series here and move on to the CVAL championship. So now we are looking at SFU Pink starting us off on the defense yet again. They've started on defense every single time. And at SJSU, these Spartans are going to be starting on the attack side. Now, I am seeing some people talk about a reverse sweep. There is a potential. I never rule a team out until the score line has a 13 and it's not in overtime. So let's see if we're not going to be ruling this team out, if they're going to be doing some damage, if we're going to be having fun. And again, I want to say thank you all for watching. If you haven't also checked out the main stream, we got Gompers and Sierra, or not Gompers. We had Gompers. We have Ravish and Sierra Dawn. If you love those casters, you love those hosts, go check them out on the Twitch channel and give them some support. But with that underway, with the game now beginning, let's get into this and let's have some fun. Looks like we are going to be experiencing an A push right now. And they should be able to take it slow, get a few picks here, and move this in. And there's Cade getting the first blood. Look at that kill. Cade is able to barely escape the aim of Kaho. And that's going to be Kaho grabbing John Hamm. No bomb getting planted. Does not know how to press 4. Unfortunately, doesn't know how to stay alive either. But it's okay because they're cooking up with more. We got a 4v4 and they have an angle. They want to get aggressive here into lamps. They want to try to push up here. And they might be able to succeed. But Kaho doming them down. And there's Kahem immediately answering. This has been a very back and forth pistol round, and that's what I want to be seeing from both of these teams. The flashbang comes through, but the shots do not. Kaho has the opportunity to maybe make it work, but they need to get a few picks here. They need to set themselves up. SFU Pink has a flank. Look at where the sky is right now.
Spike planted.
And they're maybe just relying a lot on timing, a lot more on what Kaho can do. Kaho taps one. Does he expect there to be another one to his close right? He checks it. He jump shots it, gets the pick, and Super Stu cleans it up.
One enemy remaining.
And there's the shots fired. There's Cade able to get the pick, and that's Kane able to just finish it off. And SFU yet again winning by 1 player in the pistol round in the first half. They're ready. Let's get into it. As now they've taken an early lead every single time. And this could be a new early lead and maybe a potential sign of doom. But look at what SJSU Blue is building right now. They're going for a full buy. They're going to try to just put up their dukes and maybe set it aside with a decent amount of picks here. They're going a stinger rush. Oh my God, is it 2022? We got stinger rushes? Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited. Let's see what they could do with it. This is a bold play to come out. They've really slowed down here. I think they've realized that SJSU has had a buy, but if these stingers start moving fast and the running gun comes out, as the smokes now drop, as the players now fall, can we see them actually touch the site? We got a stacked point here. Brimstone, Viper, Sky, everybody looking up. And there he goes. Now they're running it down. Khan is going to be blinded. Superglow's going to grab one. Khan gets the pick anyways, and the running gun is going to cook off with 3 players falling. Only 1 traded. It's a 2v4. And Slayer needs to now hit the ground running. Has to use this Guardian to cut through. That's one, but that's not two. Kaho is able to get one, but only 24 HP. And he just barely gets timinged. This is ready. This is a game where SFU Pink has lost their second round. Remember, this actually happened in map 1. And the answer to that was SJSU won 4 rounds after the fact. After those 4 rounds, though, SFU Pink decided to not give him another round anymore. And they're now moving it up, trying to get these picks, trying to move forward. Con. Around the corner, might be able to set up something. But look at this position from Slayer. Slayer might be able to succeed here. Flashbang will come through. Oh, and they get pseudo blinded by the smoke effect. Very unfortunate there from Slayer. He might have been able to take out that Sky. And look at this. It's a full rotate over to B. They have a site that is clear. Of course, we do see that there's a Cypher camera to try to get them that info, but it's going to be, again, off the back of a retake. And knowing that SFU Pink is going into this round without the best buys, it could be a concern. Bomb now being fully planted. We see util getting dumped in. Hopefully, we're not going to be seeing any more util wasted, as they should know that this site is going to be clear. Super Stu around the corner, might be able to find a pick. We see Slayer on the lurk up. Look at Slayer. If he can pinch properly and maybe take out this Brimstone, he opens the door for his team. But John Hamm is not going to go down easy. He's definitely not with a shot like that. Takes out Slayer. No one behind them now. They're going to go for time. Now they're trying to swing in. They're forcing Kahem to stay here and die to the bomb. Hell, is everyone going to die to the bomb if he does more damage? Yeah, they do. There we go. I mean, the plan was to die to the bomb. They successfully pulled that plan off, but I think it's crazy that they're all sitting in one cubby and Kahem gets 2 kills from it. So the question now is, who are we going to be seeing cook the most? This is nearly a mirrored matchup when it comes to duelists and control agents. But the difference is Cade versus Kaho. The only difference to not make this mirrored is a Reyna versus a Cypher. Let me know. What do you guys think? Can a Cypher add enough Sentinel power? Or is there a lack of a Sentinel power for Spartans that is going to be a concern on defense? Let's find out. Nade now out. Damage is coming, and look at that lineup. Oh my god, they line up, they sit down. Slayer living up to his name, getting 99 and keeping it cooking. That's the kind of damage we want to be seeing. Now they can do it again. They can keep this moment. Look at this. John knows that people are teleporting. Yuri, the timing. Gotta check your corners. Now you're down to 77 HP in a 2v5. And you're kind of stuck, especially as John is down. Yuri needs to get Stu. And Stu is just going to win those. Unfortunately, we're not going to be seeing Yuri enter the scoreboard yet, but that's okay. Just because Yuri knows Owen doesn't mean that he's going to stay friends with that guy. We're going to be seeing something turn around here. I want to see some ultimates getting popped. We're at round 4. We got Slayer's ultimate. We have Kahem's ultimate and one away from Khan's. One away from Kane's as well. So the Skies and the Raises have been cooking right now in getting this utility. So, are we going to see it? Considering that both of these rounds are rifles for each team, I'm hoping that we are going to be seeing something here. But look at this. Kane actually grabs it, but no! Yeah, I guess that's one way to get an orb. He has his ultimate for next round. But the Molly's going to come through. And Superglow has to hold it down. Losing that player early, you have ultimates coming through. Super Glow's gonna get spotted. And they almost get a kill with the Showstopper. And another Showstopper comes out. And it successfully shuts out a player.
One enemy remaining.
And there's the pick. There's one for Super Stu. And they almost all line up for it. That could have been a 4K if Stu had just gotten a little luckier in this precise gunplay game of Valorant. But it's 5 rounds down. We're on our 6th here. It's a lot of back and forth. This is the closest game that we've seen so far. And I like that. I want this to be the closest game. A map like Bind is very different from Ascent and Lotus. And seeing that this team of Spartans is happy to be playing this well, they're starting off strong. And they need to keep this momentum if they want to bring us to that map number 4. If they want to bring us that potential revered reverse sweep. And this also, let me give you guys some notes here. This is map pick for SJSU Blue. The Spartans want to be on this map. You can't lose your map pick. You already lost the first map pick of Ascent. Again, Spartans are getting aggressive over towards the B area. This time, we're not seeing an over-rotation from Pink. I think that when SFU, they get too aggressive trying to help out their team. Look at this rotation. They're already sending 2 players over, and there's a portal right here. That's what makes Bind so detrimental, is if they recognize, wait a minute, there's going to be a stack. If they take that portal, it's a free A site. And now the Brimstone has to walk back, and he's stuck in this pinch. And look at that. Yuri and Khan are going to get the kills anyways. Who cares if they've rotated if you get them killed?
30 seconds left.
And there's a shot. Khan grabs Super Stu. And Super Glow grabs Khan. 2 against 4. Slayer on the flank.
Spike planted.
Super Glow spots out John, but John had his eyes on you for a while. Look at that. A single misstep gets Yuri killed because he gives up his position a bit too early. Slayer, unfortunately, only able to get Yuri, however. And now we're going into our next round with 2 rounds over. SFU Pink heading over to our Spartans. But look at this next. We got SFU not able to buy. They're not going to be able to really do too much here. But I've said that, and then they've thrifted before. So they can do it again. We do have a bomb now getting planted, but wait. It's planted right on the ground as this default is waiting for them to rush in, and pulling your knife out is a strategy. But look at that swing! 1-2. That's what we want to be seeing, but they still are aggressive. They still are hungry for more. Kane with a newfound Vandal finds a pick on a Khan.
I have the spike.
Now look at this. Kane now pushing up. Look at Cade spotting Tahoe.
Player standing.
He could spot him, but he can't shoot him. Yuri gets 1. Yuri, he knew Owen. Now he knows clutches. Can he find the last 2? He hears the footsteps. He can assume that they're going to be on the bomb. He's going to smoke it off and grabs it. But look at that. What a read from Kaho. Gets him down anyways. A great attempt there from Yuri, but at least he got himself on the board. And that's SFU Pink taking a round, a thrifty round at that. That last round being thrifty, we now have to see a pseudo eco coming out here from this attacking side. And they have what it takes. They have the momentum if they can just put their minds together. Look at B, though. There are 3 players sitting in hookah right now, waiting for someone to show up. There we go. Oh, Yuri. Oh, you're cooked, Yuri. Oh, no. That's just so much utility. But look at this. Khan getting aggressive. Has the TP, has the portal to try to rotate on with, and they will successfully get over to A. And look at this. The Raze is already rotated.
Smoke's down.
And this ultimate from Cypher doesn't really give them that much info. But Slayer doesn't need to have info. He's got eyes. He's glued on. He's getting the pick. He's getting 3. Slayer, do it again. Find the 4th. Super Stu steals it, but that's okay. We take it. Great picks now. So what's the plan? What is the strategy here for these players? Can they pick it up and do some damage? Let's hope that they can get the exercise of practice when it comes to taking A. We haven't seen a lot of Spartans A pushing. We've seen them really like B, and that's why seeing them on A, we actually see SFU Pink reading it. They know that they're going to try to change it up at this point. So they're all sitting, waiting, lurking, wanting to get that info. Here's Slayer in a great high ground spot. Does have an ultimate if necessary, but are we going to see them get any picks? We do have a nade right onto John. And John will escape it, but an ultimate comes through, and oh my goodness, Slayer!
Spike down A.
That's the kind of gameplay you need from your Raze, raising the stakes and raising my standards for the gameplay I want to see from now on. Super Stu seeing one pick and getting it onto Cade, leaving us now Yuri in a 1v4. And Yuri's ready. Has a spike, can take the teleporter. And even takes out Stu. That's a Viper diff. And that's going to be now setting the stage for a rotate. But they're walking right into Kaho. And Kaho, full HP, all of the setup to boot. Kaho has everything in his favor, and he's going to be able to secure it. Defense now takes the lead. And SFU Pink, after being down 3 rounds, is now sitting pretty above this team. 5-4 score line. We're nearing the end of this half. Are we going to be seeing another 8-4? Or can we see this get as close as possible, a 6-6 or a 7-5? This is looking all right. Like what we're seeing. Khan up close. Slayer trying to now find some damage, but he's only taking it. This triple box is looking a little bit worse for wear. And look at these shots. Look at that spray. Trying to get him through the smoke, but all of this utility is just buying time for Spartans. And they're going out with a flashbang, and they're going out like a light. Slayer grabs 1, Khan is down. Slayer grabs 2, take away Kahem, and now Cade needing to get a pick here. Will succeed, grabs 1, will succeed. It's Kaho grabbing Yuri. And the bomb has yet to be planted, but one person is planted 6 feet down. That's right, John takes out Kaho. Cade right around, needs to get the pick. Cade versus Kane, and it's raising this Kane stakes. Look at this. This guy's got the Caniac combo. Does he have the dipping sauce? Is he going to be able to find the final boss? Is he going to get John Hamm, who's still standing?
"30 seconds left."
John, wanting to take it in. Has a molly to try to get... Wait, he just mollied off his own bomb? No, he mollied off showers. I was so trippy for a second. I'm like, did he... Okay, I understand, but Kane is going to be able to finish it off. There we go. 6-4. Spartans has just enough money to buy, and they're sitting on 4 ultimates. So you can't rule them out yet. However, I think SFU Pink is in a position that they are good to buy every single round for the rest of the half. So it is always going to be rifle versus rifle, even if Spartan succeeds in this round, gets a bomb planet, and kills 5. So... what's the plan? What is the plan for Spartans? Looks like they're going to be going for a default. You have Khan pushing up in a main. You have a couple people pushing over by Sand and Portal over to Hookah. You still have 2 players in long. This default is B-sided. They want to try to make some space here. Khan, though, if he can manage to get this lurk efficiently, he will be able to succeed. There we go. Khan Grabbing the pick down, takes out Slayer. Slayer, arguably the strongest player.
Grenade!
There's the nade. Trying to now get onto the A point.
Toxins going up.
And it's a full rotate. They have left
I've got
alone
your
B,
trail.
all up to Kaho. Obviously, it's a Cypher. He should be able to line it up. And look at that. He's pulling him back. And what a tracker. He's keeping it going, but the ultimate's not going to shut him down.
My world.
They're keeping it moving. Now an ultimate coming out. One here, but where's the shots? Kahem not able to connect. And that's going to be Super Stu getting a double. Yuri right inside of the ultimate, waiting for someone to peek. Here's the reload, but no! Yuri gives up his position by shooting. And that is now down to Cade. 3K needs to get a 3K, needs to triple up. And they're going to stick it. And that's the end of this round.
Last round before the switch.
Last round, everybody. 7-4. Predictions right now. I got to know. 8-4, 7-5. Both teams have a bye, but all of that investment. They used 4 ultimates last round. They used the Orbital Strike, the Seekers, and the Viper Pit. They used everything they had. Cade, I want to see it. I want to see an Empress. I got to see an Empress. There we go. Nade now out. Seeing Khan trying to buy some space over here on A. A is only occupied by 2, soon to be 3 players. And that's the pick. Cade able to grab Kaho. Can Cade do it again? Unfortunately, the nade is going to scare him back, but look at that timing. Oh my God, Slayer's movement. And then he gets high ground, but I think he was feeling himself a bit too much trying to be Foon there. We'll see him get onto the point, but we are having the bomb planted. And the direction of a 7-5 could be on the board. We still have the Empress, Cade. And with the bomb planted, you might as well pop it. It lasts for as long as practically the bomb being existing. But we're not going to be seeing an Empress getting popped. But are we going to be seeing some heads getting popped? We have Kane pushing up, spots out Cade. And they want to go right up close and personal.
Last player standing.
And Cade proves that he doesn't need the Empress to still be the queen. Gets the pick down. This is what you want to see from the Empress or from the Reyna. I mean, this is some great gameplay.
They'll see before they die.
Great gameplay. So, with Slayer now at 14-10, he's on attack now. Is he going to be stronger as the initiator that we've been seeing Khan attempt? Or is this map going to be going over to the defensive side here? In my opinion, Spartans don't have a Sentinel. They have no lockdown. And on a map like Bind, missing a Sentinel sometimes could be a death sentence. Let's hope it's not going to be. I want to see a map number 4. I want to see these guys move in. And here we go. Kahem taking it slow. Do you see a lot of utility being used by the Brimstone early on by Spartans? And they ain't getting that back. That's already most of their smokes gone. And for what? They didn't even get the orb. There we go. Pushing it up. Kahem grabs Slayer down. Is able to heal their team over here for both sides. Both teams are going to get healed. The power of the Sky. Honestly, the best heal in the game is in Sky's hands. I know Sage has a pretty solid heal because it regens, but Sky healing your entire team at once, just so nice.
Toxins going up. Toxins going up.
7-5. Yuri up close, waiting for Super Stu. Spots him, but oh, the panic. No trigger discipline until now. Yuri able to punish Super Stu for the jump. And Khan doing the same to Kaho. Yuri trying to jump away. Unfortunately, the movement's not there, and the heal keeps coming. These guys are still alive, but wait, Khan is around the corner, but they got a TP now. 15 seconds. If you follow and get the bomb, you're fine. Yes, Khan. What a read. And that's going to be SJSU Blue. Spartans cooking it up and cleaning it out. And I think that's the first time we've seen SJSU Blue win a pistol today. I know I could be wrong about that, but yeah, no, I think that genuinely is true. They have not had the best pistol rounds, and this could be the change.
Hawk out! Blinded.
Look at that. Shots are fired. Blinds are out. And look at this. 1, 2, 3. Kahem. Do it again. Find the
down,
cipher.
B.
Get yourself a 4K. You ain't done. Especially when it's just Kaho, the only sole player, and you have all 5 of your teammates to back you up, and he's just trying to knife a dog. Now he's going to have to back it out. He only has the sheriff. Does he have the clutch? Does he have the opportunity here? Did he just try to 360? And he just 360. I can almost guarantee somebody on the side of SFU Pink went and yelled, hey, you won't 360 him, and then he proved that he would. I can tell that's the dynamic this team has. But the question is, who on SFU told him to 360?
Oh, this is a nice spot.
It's Kane. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Kane. Kane seems like the instigator. Considering that he is an initiator, I'm saying it's Kane. But regardless of who is making meme plays come through, let's see this next round. Both teams are going to be buying out. One team, Bulldogs and Spectres. The others, all Vandals. And Cade is... I'm sorry, Cade, but you got robbed. That is unfortunate. You got absolutely folded there.
Bomb buddy out.
There we go. One shot, 2 shots. Kane keeping it alive. But look at that off angle from John. John's able to grab Kane. Knows that there are people pushing it. Has to switch over. The Bulldog dinks 1. And his Stimmy is down. The Brimmy is alone.
Spike planted.
And he's wallbanged. Stu does not care. Okay, guys, there are smokes and walls in front of you. Please act that way. They just got 2 kills without having to see anybody. Impressive gameplay, I will say, but SFU Pink winning that round has made it so they are back on the docket for buys, but it's round 4. This is the round that you consider Valorant to truly have started, and I mean round 4 in the half. This is where both teams get rifles and a potential for ultimates is on the line. This is when Valorant's traditional best rounds are played. So I'm expecting the best round. Do you see that this is favoring over towards default? And they are going to be leaning over towards A as well.
Bomb buddy out.
There.
Now here's the molly. Decent smoke. Oh, but you just walk out of it. Dry swing and get just smacked around. Khan and Cade. They're getting the picks. And there's Super Glow trying his best. Gets Khan. Kane wants to get aggressive here. Blinds 1 and punishes. And now there's only 2 remaining. Super Glow and Kane.
I've got your trail.
Glow is really doing his best to try to make it. With John guarding so close, he's going to get the swings. Kane and Cade are gone. Look at that. They're trading it so
30
well.
seconds left.
And now, with 1 player left to Viper. And Super Glow not only has his molly, he also has the orbital strike to scare away this team. Super Glow leads
Last
it.
player standing.
And unfortunately has to put down the book. Yuri is getting the kills, but the lineup is there to buy time. And Kane,
Shit. Come on.
all Kane had to do was wait for the tap. Yuri clutches the round. All Kane had to do was just sit and wait.
Want something done right? Do it myself.
Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. But SJSU, they're going to be taking it. They like that. Yuri getting a clutch on the round. This guy definitely distanced himself from his previous friends. Now, needing to clutch it up. Owen is out of the picture. I like what we're seeing from Yuri, but I want to see more. I want to see this game go further. It's a tied 8-8 scoreline. This is the most amount of rounds that Spartans has been able to take in quite some time. But can they keep it? Can they keep that momentum?
Poison ore emitting. My ultimate
Look at
is
that
ready.
shot. Yuri is able to grab Slayer. We might see a few more like that. Yuri just turned on the mouse, monitor, and keyboard all in the same round.
Poison's
And he's
on.
been able to really just start bringing the things back. And there's one. Yuri.
Strike down B.
Super glow. Okay. All right. I got to stop seeing some hashtags in chat now. Look at this, though. Look at that spray. Khan able to get a
I
pick.
know exactly.
Now we're seeing Kaho trying to get some more trades, trying to keep this momentum going for them. And Cade's able to spot him out and get the pick, as well as go for the heal. Oh, but he has to leave early. Try to find a new angle. Only 60 HP remaining.
One enemy remaining.
And let's pick that back up. He's getting the info. He spots out Kaho. It's now just up to him to clutch. He knows the Reyna is low, but it's the run and gun Judgment Day that comes through. Great shot.
Remember to talk to each other out there. If we communicate, we win.
Can I get a drop?
So Kaho wants to plan, wants to play. We now have you as the top frag. Wait a minute. I got to pull out a statistic here. I could have sworn that Slayer had 14 kills at the half switch. Has Slayer seriously not gotten a pick since we've switched sides? I mean, he's doing a great job entering for this team, but we're going to have to see him back in those reins as the top frag if we want to see SFU Pink start to bring things back. Ooh, Kaho, nice body shot. Lots of damage dealt. And look at that shot. Slayer able to grab Khan. The second I talk about Slayer not getting any kills, he decides, okay, I'm going to get a one tap with the Sheriff. You know, just casually. Obviously, he has no idea what I'm saying, but I'd like to think so. Regardless, here's Cade, ready to swing in. Smokes have faded, and Kane is stuck behind a box. But look at everybody. They're anchored up pretty well here over in Showers. And there's one. The first blood. The second.
30
In this
seconds
re-hit,
left.
they've managed to get the trades, but John able to take out a heavy hitter. And now Cade keeping it going by taking out Kane. Does get the overheal, just 25 extra HP, but that allows you to swing a Marshall with confidence. And swing these players with all the confidence, but Glow takes all the confidence and just batters it. The bomb has to get planted right here, right now. Kahem has a chance to bite him, but no, the dog is down.
Spike planted.
This is good.
Don't get in my way.
Here we are. A run and gun. Kahem is grabbing it. Yuri's ultimate is buying them time, and Yuri himself is clutching it up. We'll even stick it. No, yeah, it was like, hold up. You're inside of your own ultimate. Give it to this guy. Give it to this guy. But that's a clean round. SJSU Blue, on their second map pick, are moving closer and closer to bringing us to a 2-1 scoreline. And in a best of 5, that's all you can ask for.
Satchel out.
here's Super Stew. A very passive round. Taking it slow.
Poison orb and toxins going up.
I like that SFU Pink has started to respect this team a little bit more. But look at this. The disrespect is coming right on out with an ultimate here from Khan. Takes out Kane. And they're going to keep moving. Now only 3 players remaining, and they still want A. And they also are going right back into showers. Good luck with that. I think they have what it takes. Look at this. Super Stew. Checking out where Khan is, but this crossfire is a bit too deadly. Kane's going to grab one, distract Super Stew, and that's going to be Cade just getting another one. Super Glow. No W's for him. That's a flawless round. And defense is yet again shut out Pink's buy round. So Pink is most likely going to have to go for a E-kill round here. Super Glow will be forcing up. See the rest of this team being very consistent. It really is just Cade here for the side of SJSU that is doing any carrying. A solid 8 kills higher than Kahem. And looking pretty clean. So they're going to keep that energy going.
Toxins going up.
Able to now toss a little bit of smokes, a little bit of nades. Scare these players back a bit.
Poison's off.
Here we go. All right, they're going in. Kane sending in this dog. Doesn't actually get any information, but Slayer sure will. Spots out one, but takes a ton of damage. 15 HP remaining, and unfortunately, the Sky is not going to be able to heal them right now. They have to go for the plant, but they don't stick it. The fire scares them off. The Molly puts the fear of God into them, and Khan is going to be grabbing Super Glow. And Kane is going to try to get the trades, but he's stuck behind the spot. And Kaho will grab Khan. Now we're seeing up close and personal. We have a decent blind. They know that there is one showers, but the blind is going to come through. And Kaho, his cage is going to fall, but I don't think he is. I think he wants to push in, but look at Yuri dropping Slayer. Kane, it's up to him to hold the site. That's one. And Cade gets the trade. They have to tap the bomb, but they're split.
One enemy remaining.
And there it is. Super Dude sticking it. And Cade, Jesus. I know why Cade is doing so good. I know his track record, but seeing it in action after not seeing it for 2 whole games, this is why he was on phase. This guy's cooking right now, 24-13. So let's hope that we can get this to a map number 4. 1 away. Can we see the phase players reverse sweep? Can we see SJSU turn it around? I would hope so. Look at this. Get him. With the flashbangs, with all of the utility, with everything that they need to try to lock this down. Kahem is around the corner to maybe get a pick. And he has util to spare. He's probably going to back up to send in a dog for more information. But first, we have to see Cade on that high ground. Spots out nothing thanks to this wall. And Yuri is now getting 1, getting 2. Yuri gets a 3rd, gets Super Glow. Khan's gonna grab 1, but no, it's the last player standing. Super Glow has to clutch if he wants to keep his team in, or if he wants to just end out the game. There's 1. And that is done. That is right. SJSU Blue Spartans have successfully stayed in this tournament. We'll be right back. And welcome back after a very close game on the map pick of Spartans Bind. We are now looking at SFU Pink still having match point advantage, or at least one away from taking it, while we look over at Spartans, who has finally gotten a round under their belt. Now, the real question is, are they going to tie this up and bring us to map number 5 for a full-blown 5 best of 5? Who knows? As this is split, this is the map pick of SFU Pink. And if it is the map pick of SFU, I'm thinking that they know or have a strategy that might just shock us. But so far, I like the picks that we're seeing. Having the Astra on Super Glow. Astra is arguably the best support controller for this map. I would say the only one that can really compare is your Omens, as somebody who has enough mobility for this map. But Astra, definitely a must-have for Split. You also have Kane on the Sky, Slayer back on the Raze, but Kaho, previously on the Cypher, now operating a Jet. You look over on the opposite side of things, you have, I think, a pretty decent team comp as well. This time they have a Sentinel, which proved that they didn't even need a Sentinel on Bind, so that could be a good idea. But Kahem still rocking the Sky, Khan still on the Raze, Cade back-to-back Reyna games, John Hamm on his typical pick here of Omen, and Yuri, the Sentinel. Let's see what they can do. I'm really excited to see what this team is going to be able to pull out. I like the Cypher pick for both teams. It's almost a requirement on this map. Back in the day, it used to be a Sage on this map, but honestly, Sage does nothing anymore outside of rezzing. So we'll see how they play it out. That's my prediction as to what these teams really lean towards, but see how it's going to go, as it is a mid-hold so far. SFU Pink going on the defense first. There's the first blood. Kane able to grab one. Kane trying to get the trade onto Khan, and will succeed. Now, we do see the flashbangs coming out, but they're blind and somehow managed to get away because of Cade's backup of his teammate. Super Glow, though, getting a pick down right onto Cade. 3K. So no 3K for Cade. 3v3, though, and the ghosts are all over this littered ground. They have the opportunity to try to turn this around here. There we go. Trying to swing out. They spot it. Yuri gets the pick on the Super Glow. Now it's just going to be up to the Cypher Super Stew to hold it down. Super gets one headshot dealt, but no kill. Yuri is just cooking right now. And look at where the bomb's getting planted. Instead of planting it, kind of just walking around, wanting to make sure that they can heal their entire team. And they will be bringing the Cypher up to 90-ish HP. Actually, full HP. All of it's used. Tahoe now dashing out and punished for it. A very bold play, but attackers will be starting us off strong. SJSU Blue starts off with a hint that we might be seeing a reverse sweep today.
Need a drop.
And SFU Pink not opting in to buy out too much. They do have 3 sheriffs, though. That is a decent level of firepower, but we also look at Spartans. They're not really going for anything lightweight. They are going Vandal heavy here. 3 Vandals, 2 Spectres. And they might be able to use those to their advantage if they want to push on a B or A. But a deep breath is all they need. Now here's Cade pushing right on up. Decent nade. Almost gets some shots fired, but not quite there yet. And there we have it. Kahem able to get on in with some push-ups. There's the shots. Nice.
Spike down B.
Might see a little bit more. Smoke's now out. coverage is there, and Kane is able to get the pick. And look at that, Cade keeping it
30
going.
seconds left.
This eco round's actually favoring Pink right here until that happens, until Cade decides that Slayer has no right to claim brain cells anymore.
Last player standing.
And there it is. Super Glow grabbing one. Yuri just decimating them in this game. Definitely feeling himself on the Cypher more than he was on the Viper. Let's do this now. Pushing up with a decent angle. Angle? Pushing up with a decent angle here. I like what we're seeing from the Jet. Now we're being able to easily rotate over to Stu and Kane. And there's Stu able to grab the pick on a Khan. But look at that. Kaho shutting him down. And even gets the dash away. We saw Kahem a little bit over-focused on this gun on the ground, but not on getting the trades for his team. Cam's going to try again to grab it, but nearly stunned. Still has yet to get that Vandal. And they're just going to opt to not even go for it. Their teammate is over on B. Look at this Reyna's push up. They have everything that they need.
Shadows traveling.
Blasting them.
There we go.
Spike planted.
Bomb now planted. 3v5. This is a buy round for some. We do have some Bulldogs, and we see the damage. Kaho here to take it and dish it out. Look at this. Kahem not able to get that Vandal. Could be the death of him, and it will. It is SFU Pink on their buy round, dominating here and not dropping more than the Astra. Great round from them, and they still have what it takes to end out this game and not bring us to a reverse sweep. So real back and forth, guys. Real back and forth.
Here.
Let's see here.
Shadows traveling.
Tahoe lines out. We'll have to back it up, but look at this re-angle sitting over by Heaven. Are they going to get spotted out yet? No. But look at how pushed up this team is. They know that there's one on the left, one on the right. That's all the information that they really have, but what do they do with it? Looks like they rotate. They have the Sky and the Reyna pushing out through water, trying to get into mid, which is also unguarded, but they don't know that. They're going to have to waste time to find out. And now they're pushing up mid. We might see a pinch here, if possible. Trying to back up their team, but... Yep, it is going to be a little bit of a pinch. They want full Heaven control, and that's going to be slowed down by Kane. Kane, we know he's got a lot of utility to try to get some trades here, but if he goes only in dry swings, he could go down. We do see the Empress actually getting popped here. This is huge from Cade.
No charges left.
And that's what we see with it done. One pick down. Kaho is still standing. 1-2. Come on, Kaho. You got this. Just kidding. Khan's got you. And now it's 2v2. But the Spike is in full control over SFU Pink in Heaven. We do see the Cypher ultimate now popped to know exactly where these guys are. But they're just doing a buddy up system, wall to wall, back to back. And Khan is just going to push right on out. Why did Slayer give up that angle? And with 15 seconds, the bomb is quickly being executed onto the site.
10 seconds left.
They know. Superglow knows there's someone close. Yuri gets the headshot and shuts him down. Beautifully played. And I got some stats for you guys. I know that all of you are really big stats people. Here's some stats for you. The average ACS of Cade 3K and Slayer is the exact same for this game. Just so you know. Exact same. Not right now this game, but like their stats. 272 in this season so far. So very neck and neck. So there's your stats for the day. Now that we're done talking about stats, let's talk about kills. The fact of the matter is you have lost one player here, and it's not ideal. Spartans now pushing up. They have a decent control over B Heaven. But that's where Super Stu and his Stinger comes through. And that's a pick. Kahem able to grab one. That's another shot, taking out more and more and more, and run and gun and gun. They keep it moving.
Spike planted.
And SFU Pink trying to now scare these players back.
Last player standing.
What a fake flash. Kaho now going to be going in and down immediately. A 1v4 attempted, but a 1v4 that hits the floor immediately. Good effort, but SFU Pink, they're not done. They are going to have to take a little bit of a break to build up their economy again. But no, they're forcing. Yeah, because Kaho is going to be able to use knives. Kane can afford to buy, and they have 3 ultimates. So yeah, they're going to be using blades. Most likely, we're going to be seeing Kane popping an ult as well. This is looking okay.
Watch this.
And here we go. Kane now trying to scare these players back by getting aggro up in A. SFU Pink on the defense so far hasn't really been lucky in having their Cypher setup all being pushed in. But talk about a Cypher setup being pushed in. It's Yuri who knows that there is a decent chunk of people pushing out and going A main. But it could be a bait. Look at this. We have ultimates now getting popped, but they're going to be slowed down. What a shot. Here we go. That's one. Oh, but the blind is too strong. And the lineups are not there. And they're getting the picks. They're getting the shots.
Spike down B.
Kane trying to get the picks out. Flashbang around. It is going to land, but unfortunately it's a nerf flash. It does not have the full effect, and Khan is going to walk it off. And they got this. So what's the plan? What is the plan for SJSU Blue Spartans? What is their main method? Well, I think it's just keep doing what they're doing. Their executions have been clean thanks to Khan and Cade. And then you look over on the opposite side and you got Kane trying to put a wrench in it. And it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. We need to see what they can do. But when Khan is as talented as they are, if you are on SFU Pink, it's all about finding out who can you take out early. Kane and Khan, they've been back to back buddy it up in this duelist entry, and that's what makes it so dangerous. Kaho though grabs John Ham. John is down, and there we go. Kane getting the pick,
Stealing sight.
and there it is. Kane grabbing it. Khan is down. Cade keeps it going, but Kane is still cooking. Ham gets the shots down. Slayer will try to escape Cade, but it just won't happen.
Blinded.
No, it's just Kane. 1v2. Taking it slow, wanting to push up here as the bomb now is planted.
Spike planted.
Look at the angle that we see Cade taking. Getting aggressive. Hey, you might want to get your gun out. And that's Cade.
Your life won't go
Just
to waste.
dominating that. What a read. And wait. Okay, good. I was really surprised if Kane had used his ult, but he didn't. But look at Cade. 11-3, looking pretty good. Con trying their best to catch up, but if you talk about a catch-up game, it's SFU Pink. They do have a very powerful attacking side, though. Jet and Raze, arguably the two best entries that you can ask for out of any duelist. And once they get on attack, they should be able to pop off. What we are seeing is we're not seeing too much impact from these duelists right now, but Kaho has a Guardian trying to get up close. Maybe find a pick. Ooh, Khan down to super glow. Glow's cooking up something right now. SFU Pink. You could feel that they're a little panicked right now, but with that pick, they open up an opportunity to maybe get their second round in this half. That's Slayer grabbing Yuri. And that's Cade getting stunned, but he's got Kahem to back him up with the double kill down. Beautifully played. And now they're going to just hold B down. Wait, Kaho. Oh, no, he's pinched. He's pinched. Does he know? Does he know how to get out? He is going to take a little bit of damage, trying to make some more. The TP all the way back. It panics him. Kaho's lost. Oh, he's lost in the sauce and he doesn't know. But Super Stu still here. But no, bye-bye. Side of the head, you get sniped. It's Slayer ready. And Slayer in a 1v3. Great read, but there's just something about the way that Kane plays it and Cade plays it. It's just so clean. So now, Con and Cade are setting it up. They have what they need. This Viper is not in this game. This Reyna, I mean, and this Raze. These two duelists have been really just pounding down on these players. But on a good note for SFU Pink, they have ultimates, but they haven't used them. I have yet to see an Astral Divide. And yes, it's not exactly an all solution for a lot of these issues that they're running into. But if you're sitting on an ultimate this late into the half, you might not get another one before it's too late. And there it is. Khan grabs Kaho.
Cage triggered.
Look at Super Glow. Look at Kane. Kane, you are in a bad spot. The smoke is going to fall, and it was almost worth it, but Super Glow is only going to be good for one, and your rest of your team is down. And Spartans, they're bullying right now. They're keeping it going.
Planted.
Oh, Kahem takes out Slayer. Clean pick. And look at this. It's a timeout. There is a full-blown timeout right now. That's right. It only took us how many games before we saw a timeout properly and early enough called to see things work? That's the question. But what is the thought? Let me ask you guys in chat. Do we think that SFU Pink, or let me ask my analysis guys. We got Sierra Dawn and Ravish over on the main Twitch channel trying their best to piece together the regions. But I want to know what you guys think. Can this timeout change anything? We still have them using some ultimates. You still have quite a few angles to hold this down. But the problem is that they've had a lot of issues with winning their 1v1s, especially since there's not a lot of 1v1s that they've been able to take. A lot of it is now 2 picks each. So you have Khan and you have Cade 3K taking strides together and almost always trading each other out. So you have to start doing what they're doing. You have to start doing a buddy up system. I would recommend putting 2 people per point. You can't allow a 1v2 anymore because in those moments, SFU Pink is not able to win it out. And that's not a diss to them. It's just numbers game. And you can't win a numbers game if you have the smaller numbers. So let's hope that they're going to be able to double up a little bit more and playing a little bit closer. Look at this. Immediately after the timeout, you see Kaho going solo, trying to get aggro and walking right into 2 players.
Cover going out.
Let's see it. John Hamm taking it slow. I like John's lurk, but he's the only controller. Oh my God, Kane. Come on, Kane, do it. Get a one tap through the cage.
I've got your treasure.
Why not? Oh my God. And John is going to be able to lurk successfully and take out Super Glow. Absolutely nasty. Does it again. Does it again. Can you do it? John Hamm now pushing back on the flank. We have Kaho wanting to get Khan, but check your corners. A little bit too deep this time. The off angle pays off for Khan. Slayer up close, spots out Yuri. Yuri spots out him. Now it's Super Stu. Now it's just you who dies. And they're going to set it back. They're going to lock it down. So let's see it. 1-9. Ladies, gentlemen, and those in between. If you're listening to my voice, I'm going to be dying on this hill. SJSU Blue is almost guaranteed to take us into a 5th map. I think so. I think this is going to be a reverse sweep. I don't know. It's a 1-9 scoreline. They're locked in. They're scaring these players back. So let's take a deep breath. Let's hope that we can see something more from SFU. Prove me wrong. Let the caster curse become real. And let Slayer get a pick mid. Case in point, Slayer starts off with 1 right onto Khan. Now we have Kaho wanting to get aggressive, but he's looking away, and that's going to be Cade's time to shine, taking out him right in the sidelines. But we're not done. We still have 4 ultimates. It's the last round, the second to last round. Start using them, please. Start using them. Kane is pushed up to a point where if we can see these guys wanting to execute, he's got the angle for it.
Where is everyone hiding?
See this now. Slayer has the angle here. He's got all of his utility. He even has his ultimate.
Cover going
But they want to go map 5. They want to run it down to the other A site. They want to get right into Super Stu. And this is stressing this team out. Super Stu almost has it, but not quite there yet. 1 bullet left, has to go for the reload. Yuri is in a amazing position. Up close and personal, wants to try to spray these players down. And that's the pick. Cade 3K grabs Slayer. And that's the pick. Yuri's able to get it. Kane's still spitting. Still able to get the trades. But look at this. It's going to be him getting the pick down anyway. Super Glow. Ow, doing the damage. Do it again. Do it again. Use that Guardian to guard your team's ability to stay in this game. And you hear the footsteps. You see the blind. You go for the read, and you almost get the flick. But no, this time is running out, and there's only 3 bullets. Only 1. Oh, okay. Well, it was nice knowing him. And that is a first half double digits.
Last round
First
in the
half double digits. This is a rare occurrence, especially considering we're not even done with the first half. So they want to turn it around. Are we going to be seeing a strat change? No. Are we going to be seeing anything different? No. Are we going to be seeing a map 5? Absolutely. Let's get in here. We have... Wait. Hold up. We haven't seen an Astra ultimate. We haven't seen Slayer use his ultimate. What are we waiting for? What is the patience here? Thank you! That's what we want to be seeing. Cade is now going to be with his team rotating in, but that ultimate from Slayer is perfect.
Cage 3.
Here we go, Kaho. A new ultimate. There we go. Now we're seeing the showstoppers in the stop show of the half, but Super Stu is spitting out 2, getting another kill and keeping it going. It's John Hamm who's taking a bullet to the brain, and Super Stu and Kane, they're online. They did it. Monitors are plugged in. Mice are connected. Things are going well. This is the turnaround, everybody. Now they have to win 8 in a row.
Yes, this should do.
I think they can do it, right? Chat, do you guys think? I feel like Dora right now. Do you think that they can win 8 in a row? Like, honestly, I'm looking at this, and they are down so much. But now that it's the side switch, and they just managed to stop the streak, they've stopped the momentum. They have an opportunity here to turn it around.
There.
Finish Slayer. This is SFU on attack, taking it a little bit aggro and mid early on. They want to find maybe 1 or 2 picks here. But Cade, oh my God, Cade! Stop doing that! These guys are trying to win a championship, and you're out here doming them through smokes. And you're going to do it again, aren't you? Because you're Cade 3K, and you can't live up with only getting 1. Just kidding, you can. That's a pick for Kaho, and now it's Yuri trying to get a trade here.
I found my wire.
Yuri almost goes for 2, takes Kane down to only 30 HP, but the bomb is going to get planted. A sheriff is going to be found, and a pick of a 3v3, a position that's not ideal, might be able to turn it around. And there's some shots. Khan is down. Kane finally traded, but it's 21 HP, and that's another round for SFU Pink. They're keeping it real. They're keeping it alive. So you never rule out a team. I said that this could go to map 5. What if I'm wrong? What if we go to overtime? I do want to remind everybody that this map pick of Split, SFU Pink wants to be on this map pick, but they wanted to be on attack. Unfortunately, they got defense because it was the side switch over for Blue anyways. So you look at Spartans, and they started off strong, but SFU should be able to dominate on this map. It's their map pick. They want to be here, and they're starting off, though. Look at this shot. Kahem getting a pick down. Kane getting a trade, and Yuri trying to get the gun. Will he succeed? He will manage to get the gun from them. Here's Cade. Will be able to become a flashbang, getting a pick with Kane's help with super glow. With Yuri, though, getting a double kill down. It's now going to be John Hamm wanting to go up the stairs and clutch a 1v2. You got to go up the stairs if you want to go up in the score ladder. You need to get these picks. There's only 7 bullets. Oh, Kane. The Guardians today are just coming up large. I love the Guardian. Honestly, one of my favorite weapons. Why do we need an outlaw if the Guardian exists? Answer me that, Riot. But looking at this now, Kane 13 to 11, trying to catch up with this team, and SFU Pink have managed to win the past 3 rounds in a row.
That goes there.
This is going to be interesting to see how they do it. Flashbangs are out. An op in the hands of Kaho. Nice! There we go. Finally breaking the pressure, breaking the silence with a pick like that. Kaho is now going to be able to rotate, but wait a minute. He's got a few angry people, angry patrons wanting to talk to his manager. Look at them trying to chase him down, but he's out. He's gone. They're now going to have to worry about more. Look at this Slayer pushed up, going into ropes, going around. Might be able to catch out this raise and go for a flank, but instead they need to focus up. Yuri's grabbing 1, keeping it going, and even using an ultimate to try to give him that information here. Cade ready to back him up, but Super Glow and Super Stu are getting the picks. Unfortunately, 1 falls, and it's a 2v2. There we go. Super Stu spots out 1, gets the pick. 1 left. It's just Cade. And Slayer gets it. Listen, a 10-2 scoreline doesn't seem that winnable. But a 5-10 when you've won your bonus round and then some? I don't know about you guys, but
drop.
This seems winnable. And I'm looking at chat. You guys said hell nah to the odds of this team, SFU Pink, getting 8 rounds in a row. Now, I don't like being wrong, so I wouldn't want to be in your shoes right now if they turn this around. But let's look at this. Kaho's op, ready to try to find anybody over aggressive here. Anybody that's getting too close for center. Oh, John, how are you alive? Your legs have become jello, and you still get a walk away. With 1 HP, there's a Sky in this game. They should be able to get a heal. But they're across the map. They're going to have to work to getting towards each other. And that's what we see on the minimap right now. You see the Sky rotating around, trying to bring him back. But they do want to execute B. They being SFU. That single flashbang. When you hear an Aussie girl go blinded, you know that they are B main. So we are going to be seeing a dog trying to get them a little bit of information here.
Scout destroyed.
And a lot of damage is going out. Again, these blinds are just keeping them that info. But wait a minute, look over on A. You have a lurking Sky. But with only 33 seconds, they have to commit to B. There's not enough time to rotate right now and guarantee that you get the site. But look at this. Kahem, 1, 2. Kaho is down. Slayer is down. They're doing it on a thrifty. And with the time remaining, the time allotted, they're getting a lot of kills. There we go. Glow and Stu are cooking up something new. That's going to be Cade, though. Run and gun. The judgment is over. And they have to stick it. They can't. They're out of time. And the Sky has to rush the site. There's barely enough time. And they will have to stick it. But no, it's ring around the rosy. Kane. No way.
You copies are nothing.
They get thriftied in a clutch. Five to 11, still winnable. Still winnable here.
Oh, this is a nice spot.
Might be able to find some kind of opening. Look at this.
This goes here.
Looks like the entirety of SFU, all 5 of them are rushing A. They're ready for this. They want to get aggressive, and we see Slayer trying to move fast, but that nade is actually going to slow him down quite a bit. And that's a huge pickup. Kaho spots out 1 and cannot get the kill either. Super Stu can, however, and now they have the opportunity to plant the bomb. It's all about the post plant, a 3v4. It favors the attack in this position, but are they successful? They have the astral divide, and it is going to divide us. Finally, we see this big purple wall, but what can it accomplish? Kahem accomplishes a kill, another one for Glow, and another one for John. It's a double down. John Ham going ham, securing match point advantage for the Spartans.
The spike is diffused.
Match point.
Charges.
Oh my God. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? That's right. We're looking at our favorite thing to date. A timeout where these players can take a deep breath and ask themselves, what is the plan? What is the strategy to move into this next moment? Let's hope that we can see some level of reset. This is called by the Spartans. Spartans only has to win 1 more. Just 1, and they have what it takes. So let's think about this critically. Next round, SFU Pink does not have enough to buy. They are sitting on 0 ultimates. They're facing off against a team that is 1 round away from winning, that has full rifles, that also has 4 ultimates. Still winnable. Vote for the underdog. It's going to be SFU Pink. They have Guardians. And we saw what the Guardians can do in their hands. Even though they have all of the odds stacked against them, sometimes you have to throw out the playbook and just roll the dice. And there we go. The dice roll says that is going to be Kahem to get the pick. But here's Yuri. Yuri has been a demon on the defense, but this time the demon is exercised, and not exercised in a way that you think to get stronger. No, they're gone. It's going to be Khan getting an ult. No, it's there. There we go. Showstopper. Wait, he misses. Just kidding. John kills him instead. Glow on the back of sight is down, and now it's one remaining, and now it's over.
Defenders win.
And SFU Pink
Clean up.
are now tied with the Spartans, and we'll have to see it on that decider. We'll be right back. And we are back. But this is the last time that we will be seeing these two players, these two teams, I say, play against each other. Welcome to the decider. And it's going to be a cold, calculated battle on Icebox, where SFU Pink is going to be starting off on defense yet again, while SJSU Blue, these Spartans, have had a reverse sweep aspect to them, and they're going to be starting off aggressively here on attack. My name is Edu. Thank you guys for joining me. Are we ready to get this game underway? I hope so. You hope so. And let me know, who do you think is going to be taking it? Will it be the reverse sweep, or will it be a full-blown recovery round and a and a whopping upset here for SFU Pink? And let's see it now. Both teams going in with style here. Looks like this is actually going to be a final match mirror match. Now, mirror matchups are always fun for me. I like the fact that we're going to be seeing Khan and Kaho on the Reyna. I'm a little bit confused as to why we're seeing Khan on the Reyna instead of Cade, as Cade has been dominating on this character. Maybe they decided to switch things up for the funsies, but let's have as much as we can. All of the gameplay, all of the fun. It's Kahem, it's Khan, it's Cade, it's John Ham, and it's Yuri for the side of Spartans. And they're versing up against SFU Pink. And you know them, you love them, and sometimes you love to hate on them. It's Kaho, Slayer, Super Stew, Super Glow, and Kane. Good luck, have fun at both of these teams. I want to see them at that championship. I want to see how they qualify. I want to also see them walking away with the most amount of money. Remember, there is $10,000 in prize money in just this tournament alone. Then there's $10,000 for the North tournament, the South tournament, and the East tournament. But here in West, on the West side, we ride. And these guys are gaming right now. And I want to see them play it out. I want to see who's going to be taking the cake. But enough gassing them up. Enough glazing. It's time to cook. It's time for them to have some fun.
Placing alarm bot.
Deploying drone.
Here we go. Get him. Spotting out a little bit, but look at that. These picks in mid. It's Slayer versus Cade, and Slayer's going to be able to walk away with the kill. It takes a decent amount of damage. This time, both teams are lacking the sky. They're not going to be able to get the heals out for them. And that could change the outcome for this. But Kaho, ready to swing. Oh my god, the panic shots. Wasn't able to line it up in time. Does do a decent amount of damage onto the KJ, but no one has died yet for SFU. But San Jose, they need to get the kills. They need to try to shut them down. The Spartans are wanting B site. They have what it takes.
Toxins going up.
Plant the spike.
Here we have Khan.
30
Knowing that his
seconds
team needs to plant, but that wall is down. And Khan's going to get punished for it. Standing in an awkward position. Everyone is dying.
Spike down.
Now it's just going to be 2 remaining. Yuri has gotten a double kill. Now needs to get a triple.
One enemy remaining.
Will succeed, but do they know that there's someone directly above? Yes, they hear the footstep,
Enemy remaining.
but they don't know exactly where. 12 seconds remaining. 1 HP on John, and a right-click wall bang with the classic. A sheriff now and found, and that is going to go over to SFU Pink. Here are the stats after map 4, by the way. After so many, we're looking at some pretty crazy gameplay. So the average for Cade, his ACS has actually jumped up all the way to 282 average CS. And there's Slayer making sure his average is increased all the way up with a pick on a Yuri. And enough about stats. Let's talk about play-by-play, and let's look at these plays come through. Kaho with the Bulldog. Knows that there might be one on 410. Maybe even both of them on 410. But look at this. Kahim, movement diffing it. But unfortunately, you might have the movement, but not the aim. That's going to be Kane getting a pick and Kaho getting Kahim. Or Kahem. And what a shot. They do it flawlessly. This could be the turnaround. This could be it.
Right here.
Now with this buy round, we are seeing a bonus out from the side of defense. They're not really investing too much. Only one hero rifle, only one Vandal.
Right here.
Look at this push. Kid 3K. Around the corner. Might be able to get it.
Bomb grenade out.
Bomb is on A. If Spartans want to plant, they have exactly what they need to, but they don't know how powerful the retake is going to be. And look at that. They actually scared them off. It would have been great if they were successful in getting that bomb planted, but the shock dart landing right onto KM. That's going to scare him back a bit. And look at Kane. Look at the positioning that they have. They're in the high ground. They're able to lock these players out. And what a shot. Super Glow able to manage to grab one. Kaho grabbing Kahem. Cade is down. And Khan is still standing, but with 10 HP, spotted out. And no, the vulnerability almost taking him down all the way. This can be stuck. They don't have the lineups. They don't have the util. But do they have the aim? There's Yuri, last player standing, managing to grab one. And that's it. They're done. A bonus round going over to SFU Pink. Their monitors are back on, and they have succeeded in taking this. I do want to say, if we talk about momentum, obviously SJSU Blue, over the course of the past 3 games, has made it back in their favor. But if you think about it, it was a 10-2 scoreline in that second half, and they turned it into a 13-5. So we saw a decent come up here. We did see them playing it back a bit. So with this next round coming through, with these players, I think that both of these teams have kind of reset themselves. We can more than likely expect to see what we did on Bind. A little bit of back and forth. I would doubt that this game ends in a stomp. And Slayer, Outlaw in hand. Almost gets the headshot. A pixel perfect off, but Cade is going to be able to grab one. Wait, looking away too early. Slayer's going to back you up with a shot, but Cade's got an AK, and Cade is getting a pick. And now we have Kane sitting over here by Snowman. You have your teammate ready to lurk up through mid. Oh my god, that wasn't a headshot? Okay. Well, Cade is still alive.
Spike planted.
But Super Glow is the last. And there's one, and that's done. Attackers are now back online in the start of bringing this game back and forth and having the ping pong gameplay. I want to see it. We got 2 ultimates on the board, Kaho and Slayer for the side of defense. And then we also are sitting on a ultimate here for Yuri. We have this wonderful KJ sitting on that lockdown. I think they have the option. I think they have the strats, the skills that pay the bills. But let's hope. Let's hope that they're going to be able to do enough. 3-1 on the score line now. Is it going to stay in the favor of SFU? We do have Knives Out coming out here for Kaho.
Enemy mark.
Kahem's able to back it up. And sorry, not Kaho. Slayer. Slayer is on the jet today. Gonna see this though. Khan, ready to push right back up. Ready to find some opening here. We do have an ultimate now down. Attackers are going to try to cover this out and maybe guarantee them the ace sight. But Kaho, what a pixel perfect peek. Takes out the jet. Takes out the previous phase member. And the
Spike
shock darts
planted.
aren't even going to land. They might have tagged Yuri, but no damage dealt to the Sova planning. And that's going to be Kane grabbing a pick down. Kane does have a recon dart to try to get this team info, but Cam getting a pick down onto these people. We do see the Empress getting popped. And an Empress is clean, but Kahem is cleaner. Taking out Super Glow. Kaho grabs Kahem, but Yuri is still alive. And you're in trouble now as Yuri is 22 HP and camping the site. But what is this? Super Stu is right behind you. And that's John Ham getting smacked down. And that's going to be SFU stopping a potential streak for the Spartans and making sure to give each other some team love. But look at this. What a round. We are now very close to having an ultimate available for these players. And they are going to be able to do this. And I do want to say, while I have a little bit of a pre-round time to say thank you everybody for watching the Westside stream. I know I've been solo casting. It's been really fun, but I think I might have a good friend of mine, Sam Talks, coming in now. So we might have me get a co-caster maybe 4 games late, but we'll see what happens as we have Kaho up in the high ground waiting to hold this down. We'll wait for Sam to get in, but we're not going to wait for Kaho not to get these picks. 1 kill, but not 2. An ultimate, but there's Kane. Another one? No damage dealt, but they're cooking up a lot. Now, there's only 2 remaining. Now, it's up to Yuri. Trying to get up close and personal, maybe make some space as the bomb is going to get planted. And that's why Yuri successfully taking out 1. And John will get zapped, but an ultimate like this should be fine unless they know where the jet is. And they get the jet, they get Slayer. They're not done. 2v2, they have ultimate, they are now winning this round. But they haven't won it yet. Super Stu pushing on in. Has an angle of success.
Scanning ahead.
The scan comes through. Super Stu finds you. And now can you find John? You have the time for it. And they get him. And they stick it. They actually win that. Nice job. Very clean coming out from them. But SFU Pink, I do want to say shout out to their retake skills. Going into an ultimate like that down 2 and being able to come out on top was massive. You also look at SJSU. The way that they were able to even make it leveled in the first place is insane. So let's hope that they're going to keep that kind of momentum going. Let's hope that they're going to be able to jump on in. And I'm hyped to see how this is going to go. I know that we are going in with a 5-1 score line with SFU Pink in the lead. But that's not how it's going to stay. Look at how many of these rounds have been won after the bomb gets planted. It's all about the retakes.
The hunt begins.
And here we go. We do see Slayer able to get the pick down, and they are able to keep these shots going. But look at that Super Glow with the double kill down. And that is what we want to see with Kaho getting another spray, and they're keeping it going now. Only 1 away from a flawless round, but it ain't going to be flawless when you got Yuri on the mic. Here he goes. 1, 2, no more. That's it. But even though that's all that Yuri's got, that's not all that we got as casters. I just got my good friend Sam Talks in here. Sam, are you ready to watch this final finale finish?
Edu, I couldn't leave you alone, buddy. Okay, I had to come and I had to watch. This is map number 5, the deciding map. These 2 teams blasting away against each other. I cannot believe the ringer that we've had. I've stepped out of the Eastern region, flew all the way across to the Western region just to join you, buddy.
Yeah, and now, honestly, let me catch you up on what's been going on. Everything you can expect or have expected, throw it out the window. You don't know what's going to happen next. It has been edge of your seat gameplay, and now we're seeing why. Kane wallbanging Cade without even needing to see the guy. Just a complete wild spray. They've done that every single round.
Being able to get away with murder like that is always something that if you can do, then do it. And if you get away with your own life, even better. But that's the whole crux of Icebox to me, Edu, is that aggression. You need to have aggression on defense. You cannot let the attack take all of this space for free. We're seeing that being, I think, reflected as well in the round scoreline. I mean, this is 6-1. That is dominance in the purest sense of the word.
Yeah. But SFU Pink started off with getting their first 2 wins very clean. Very clean. But now, Sam, it's been a reverse sweep, and Superglow wants to stop that sweep. They're going in for it. Look at this game. We got Khan trying to get it, but Superglow doesn't care. They're just getting pick after pick after pick after pick, and now they're getting more. Now there's only one. Now it's just Khan, and Khan is going to have to con artist his way through this by getting 1 pick, maybe another, but he can't.
Perfect
just can't do it.
from Superglow. I mean, 3 kills. 1 KJ alone has stopped almost an entire push onto B. You're really sending SFU into shambles if you're SJSU. And for good reason, good measure. This is a series that was in your hand at one point and has fallen to the wayside just a little bit. But I think a very strong reminder of why they were able to start off this series in the way that they did.
Fair. And I will also say they were struggling a lot on the maps that were wider, and this map is pretty narrow in the way that the angles are. So I think they benefit to these narrow angles. They know how to do those pixel perfect peaks, so they're going to be able to keep it going. But let's see if they're going to be able to actually balance it out, as it's 7-1 right now, and they just don't want to stop.
Yeah, K3 struggling to get onto the site. Now a lockdown, best chance possible for SFU to grab what would be their second round. 1, so much damage on the approach just to get the heck out of dodge. They do manage to make that happen, and now play for the post plant. Play for your life. No one lurking, no one flanking either. The double killed the numbers in their advantage, and now a competing lockdown.
Yeah, I mean, Kahem, though, will probably pop an ultimate here, but that's where Super Stu comes into play. Look at their flank. But look at that. Look at their flank. Yuri says, okay, I will. We'll get the information. We'll get the 1-tap, but the lineups are here. Look at how pixel perfect tiny it lands against Kane. Now they do it again, but what a wallbang. Slayer grabs John. Superglow grabbing a pick. And now we have the Hunter's Fury. They've been saving it for a reason. But they stop it, and they stick it, and they get it.
The idea that was working in their head, I admire, Edu. They were so close. They needed to play for as much time as they possibly could have. But the boldness that comes from SJSU to just push forward, especially Superglow. 12-4 for a KJ.
Yeah.
That kind of stat line for a Sentinel who, for the most part, has been kind of playing back, kind of playing on another site, is unrealistic proportions.
Yeah, and the fact that it's coming out of Superglow of all players is, you might not know the context, hilarious to a lot of people watching right now, because people were just climbing for Superglow's downfall. This guy has not had very good games, and now he's on the top. But look at this, they're on top. Kane's on top, 410's on top, and they're now dropped. Look at that damage. Kaho is there. Kane able to get 1, but they're out of dime. They're out of HP. Super Stu, nice pulling out the util, but Superglow's behind you to clean it up anyways. Here's an Odin. This is the Daddy All-Father gun. We know what it can do. That's right. You might want to right-click. They line up instead for it. And now, Spartans is on the map again.
K3K, 4 on the board.
I got your backs.
1 round
Just,
alone.
You know, from the front.
Here's the thing that I like what we saw out of them. They were quick, Edu. They weren't wasting any time. And then you think even further about the weapons that they were working with. Why haven't we been seeing that more often? Why haven't we been seeing them try to get there as quickly as they can? SJSU wanted to play back this time. That's a lesson that needs to be learned. You kind of have to try and fight for as much of this space as you possibly can. It is difficult on iSpots, especially on a site where there's the difference in height level. But SFU cannot afford to just play like molasses.
True, that's fair. And you know, fun fact, I mean, you have Haven being switched out in this most recent trade up of maps for Icebox, and both of those maps are considered to be the most vertical of maps, the maps that you want to be able to get the high ground. That's why Jet is really good on this map. That's why Omen or Viper is really good, because you get all of those layers to it. But now, with all that verticality, the real question, Sam, is how do you manage to worry about getting onto these tight, narrow chokeholds? What angles are you most concerned with?
I don't know, but here's what I'm telling you I'm concerned about. if they actually try to go in B. That's where Super Stew is. That's where Super Glow is. All of that KJ utility is going to slow your roll down massively. Time is starting to run against SFU. 40 seconds just on the clock. And they are now finally beginning to fight up against A. The wall does come up, cuts down the sidelines for Slayer. Tahoe's gonna take the first pick onto Con. Just enough of an opportunity. Slayer's right there. They're still pushing it.
Oh,
they hit the kill off the operator, pick up a Vandal, find a second one, a 2v2.
insane. A 2v2, and now it's just they're all the way done through. Look at that. It's 9-2. I would just want to say we have quite a few people supporting both teams in the Twitch, in the YouTube chat, in the Twitch chat that are trying to like put their hopes and dreams behind these players. And then SFU Pink manages to reverse a reverse sweep in this first half. It's just like, if you're an audience member or someone who's like a fan of the school or goes to the school or just a fan of these players and you're seeing this, you're at the edge of your seat with us.
I can't believe what we're getting out of these players. Honestly, it's just insane. That this series has just gone on the way that it has.
Yeah, it's been insane on my throat as well. But look at this. Kane now trying to push in. Now trying to just take it slow in this mid area. Might be able to find something. But you compare that over these two lurkers in mid. Don't really do much outside of getting domed by Super Glow, domed by Super Stew. If you got Super in your name, you're getting a great pick. But Khan might be able to grab one. Oh my god, the knife dodge! Nice!
I could not believe that.
The hunt begins.
I just want to say you've had insane things with your throw before, so let's,
I'm clipping that.
back over there. All the way here, Khan inside of the Empress. 1 kunai to the face. Slayer needs to accomplish the mission with K3Ks. The better jet, the better kunai, the better player. It feels like, at least for now, a 9-3 first half.
Dude, nothing feels better than watching an anime battle, whether it's going to be Goku versus Vegeta, whether it's going to be these guys duking it out as Jet v Jet knives. That's what I want to be seeing here. And now you look at these players, it feels that level of stakes. With Super Glow, Super Stew, you talk about people going Super Saiyan. They are saying the right things to each other. Their IGL is carrying right now, Sam. They have everything lined up for them. But real question, why am I seeing 5 frenzies?
I'll tell you why. 5 frenzies means only one thing to me, Edu. They are going to press the W key, and they're not gonna let go until everyone from SJSU is dead.
This is a spike rush. I love it. I want to see what happens. If they actually went around with 4 frenzies in a classic with armor, I'm closing my monitor.
Look at this. Look at this. Look how fast they're going. They have the frenzies. This is the roll. This is the train. As quick as it can be. Oh, but the frenzies, they ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, I mean, they're in an absolute frenzy. They're kind of just berserking it, holding it down, getting really aggressive. But the bomb gets planted, so it technically works when it comes to getting site control. They were scared, and look at how much damage they dealt. The Reyna and the Stover are both pretty low, and now Super Stew is up close. But if he's got the timing, he gets 1, but he can't get 2. He can't get 3. They can't get any more. That's going to be the Spartans taking the pistol.
Gosh. The frenzy strategy. Replicate that in your range. It is all I'm gonna say. It was good cognition from SJSU to not stay up as far forward as they were. I mean, especially when you think about how far pushed up the Reyna was on the for Con on the side of themselves. They got caught up by the recon dart, and what did they do? They didn't stay up there. Instead, they fall back with the team, played for their life, and honestly found a lot more success out of this. But now we're kind of seeing again trying off with this buy, Edu, of the frenzies once more.
Yeah, I mean, I think that if they just keep running down frenzies, yeah, it's going to be really funny from our perspective, but they're not going to be laughing if they don't win this game. This is for the championship entrance. This is for a ton more money. The first place prize versus the second place, there's $10,000 on the line in each one of these regions. I know the East, the Fisher team, had already successfully taken theirs, and these guys are battling it out now. And also, this is for vengeance. Blue Spartans, they knocked down SFU to the lowers that we casted yesterday. So this is a rematch.
Spike planted.
Accomplished. Spike is still going to be planted. Rather than wanting to fight for their life, Kaheem, you gotta get out of the Khan's way. They are skirting by. And I couldn't imagine more than 5 HP. Slayer up on the high ground, pulling away from Ness. Oh, but the swarm grenade is gonna pick Kane apart piece by piece. He's gonna go down. Cade misses all of the shots with the outlaw, but Yuri's not gonna miss any of those with the bulldog. A lot more bark behind its bite.
Oh, there goes Kaho, but Superglow is able to get one, get two. Now just has to get the one player. Cade so low, gets it. No way! Frenzy!
I take back everything I ever said about the Frenzy.
It is the best gun in the game. Why buy anything else? Everyone on that team had Vandals and Outlaws and Bulldogs, and they lose to a Frenzy. This is the Shroud equivalent of we lose to Glocks.
Yeah. I thought that was all SJSU. I thought that was all them. I will say that they are giving up sight relatively easily, even with the amount of weaponry that they did have. I mean, they were basically pushed off. SFU walked in there like they owned the place. And sure, the picks started coming back in the favor of SJSU, but then SFU, and really, let's be real here, Superglow, with a Frenzy? In no universe, in no timeline, dimension, whatever, Edu, should that have worked? But it did.
I mean, all roads lead to Superglow. That's the energy I see. You know, when these teams are on Twitter saying, nah, I'd win, they're not channeling Superglow's energy when they say that. That's this player has turned it around 100%, not only in their own gameplay, but for the game itself. They're now over double the scoreline with double digits here very early into this half.
Phenomenal performance from this player. 18-8.
I mean,
now we get weapons for SFU. They get rifles. And SJSU, if they had been giving up the sight in the way that they did beforehand, I can only imagine what it's going to be like now, Edu.
I would hope it's going to be good enough. Look at these angles, though. Look at the 4-player stack over here from Spartans. They're only rocking Sheriffs and some pistols, but they want to get aggressive over on B and rotate early. But if Superglow has the timing, if they manage to take out Khan, then Khan's going to be... Oh, no. Yep, he's giving up. He knows that they're there, and yeah, it's a free kill. It makes it look easy. Khan can't flank, and now how do you get onto site?
And Superglow didn't even have a rifle. They're just doing this all with a Spectre. That lurk is beautiful. Slayer's pick on the K3K, a work of art as well.
Oh,
now a 4v3 though.
Off the back of Yuri though. Look at that shot. Look at this. Yuri wants to keep going, wants to keep making it move. And the Sheriffs are here. They're taking the pot shots, but only one player is actually getting hit. That's right. It's going to be John to stick, but no, they can't. And that's 11-4. SFU has managed to turn this game around. It's just wild stuff. And here, I'm gonna DM you some of the stat lines here for this team that you can look at later, but I gotta know, do you think this is gonna end?
I don't see anything else other than it ending
Right here.
for SFU, especially if Superglow continues in the way that they have been. They are getting away with literal murder. They walked all the way up through mid and assassinated SJSU.
Yeah, I mean, an assassination is definitely what we're seeing right now. I feel like they've got them in the right place. They're all across the buildings, and they got the red dot, right, glowing on them. But look at this, going on them. It's Kane, one, Khan, another, Khan, double. Now, keeps this going. They have the ultimate. They have everything they need to make sure they win, especially when you take out a pick like that. And uh-oh, Kane, you're getting pushed. Let's see if you can push it back in. Here's Cade 3K. You might know him from FaZe, and he's going to be phasing right through that round. They only need 6 in a row to get it through.
Only 6.
Just let them
That's a little bit difficult. That's a little bit scary too. The brilliance kind of shown a little bit from SJSU Edu in this round. Again, they're playing for that aggressiveness. You cannot let SFU just walk up through everything for free. You have got to fight them. You have got to meet them at their own angles. Now, for the first time, we're actually seeing from SFU a B site hit, at the very least, leaning towards it.
I think they are going to try to just take things back a bit. Obviously, they got a huge leap because of that frenzy clutch from Superglow, but they're dwindling down the bonus that they actually gained from that. You know, they might have spent too much of their bonus on a few of these rounds, especially now that they've lost one to Spartans. So looking at the position that they have here, Sam, you can see that all of B is being held on an off angle and planning for the retake. I like Ham's angle, but look at Yuri. This crossfire could be detrimental. And John, yeah, look at that cross. Perfect.
They didn't even get a chance to stick the spike down. Poison orb comes up, decays whoever was going to try, and then a snake bite. Plus KJ Molly is going to deter anyone from attempting to do that. And now with all of the noise that has happened on B, SJSU is going to rotate over. But Superglow still has this position in mid. And no one is looking towards this. John Hamm finally does make that happen. The timing that Superglow has could be perfect. Or they could just rip them all to pieces like the rest of SFU is doing.
Wow, I mean, ripped apart. You're not going to be able to glue it back together. You can call yourself Humpty Dumpty. Look at Yuri, though. That might be able to grab one. Come on, Superglow. You're buying time for them, but oh, you're just around at 8 HP. Not enough. And that's match point advantage going over to SFU Pink, leaving us now in a crawling back to fruition. Last game, it was a reverse of this exact scoreline.
This match point, this series point, grand finals point, everything point for SFU. Backs against the wall, SJSU has got to pull something out of their pocket. Whatever it's got to be, the last round and all theoretical happenstance should have been theirs. They were playing it right, they were playing it correctly, they weren't getting flanked, but they just lost the duels.
Final round, but finally a pick for Khan. Grabs Slayer. That is an opening that you definitely needed, but Kaho has the Empress. You see one ultimate actually get popped here, but it's not going to connect. That's the Sova for SFU Pink, not able to actually get a pick here. And that could open up a doorway for a retake here. But do they have the skills? Do they know how to pay the bills? Look at this angle. They get spotted out. Kaho has to back it up, and they're still kind of lurking around here. They might be wasting too much time.
Can't tell if anyone else but Kaho was seen out of that owl drone. Super Stu still has a really far forward advanced angle, which is really important, by the way, because if they can get at least one kill, they'll have the Vipers. They can go on to A, set up there. They can even go over towards B, and whatever site is going to be probably SJSU's grave. But again, Khan is saving the day for SJSU. It's time for the Empress to be crowned. But is Kaho going to be able to keep their throne?
I would hope so. I need to see more from them. But look at this rotate. You have 30 seconds with Kaho anchoring up, as you pointed out. This is all eyes on him. And Kaho has the Empress activated. Spots out one. What a read! Just completely pre-fires that angle and might be able to do it again, but no, doesn't have to. He's actually baiting out a full rotate here, but the bot from the KJ forces them back. They know that it is going to be a B, and they don't know where this Reyna has lurked up, and the Reyna keeps cooking. The Ghost in the Shadows finally falls, and it's now a 2v3, and they even ult to buy time.
Kaho may have just sealed the deal there. Super glow. It doesn't matter. You put utility on them. Nowhere will they fall.
Enemy remaining.
John Hamm, though, he's clutched these before. John Hamm, 4 bullets in a dream. John can't reload. He has to just get the headshots, and he has the time. He actually can just wall them off and then rely on the up-close battle. This is where we're going to see a full rotate. The timing's not in there. He's going behind you, but John clutches. It ain't over. There is no sealed deal. There's no signed contract. We're still in this game here, Sam.
Clutch.
Oh, my heart is beating at a million miles. Oh, my God. Okay, I got to remember to breathe now. John Hamm clutch was so close. Kaho, I mean, carved a warpath on A. It did so much damage to this team, and it really just came down to timing for John Hamm. Had they not looked back behind them, this was an SFU victory. SJSU, though, Edu, still get a chance to fight through this. They still get a chance to go. And for the first time in a while, they may even have a better opportunity. SFU's economy, they're all basically stingers. Only 2 rifles.
Yeah, only 2. But let's see this now. Super Stu wanting to push right on up with all of Pink. They are super targeted onto this point. And look at Cade, though. This is an X-Phase player, and you know why. They're getting 1, 2, maybe 3. Come on. What? No. Just reads a dash, completely shatters him, and the bomb's planted, but this ultimate is massive. They have the post plant, and they should be able to just play time.
And that's why Super Stu has the rifle. That's why they have the full shields, is because the linchpin of success is going to be out of that ultimate. But guess what? Lockdown time. That Viper's pit, gone. SJSU, need to be quick about this though, because time is starting to run out. First Hunter's Fury can't caught.
No way.
Find death.
That's massive. That means that they lineups. And are they going to be able to stick it all the way through? No, they're off. What a timing. Come on, Stu. And they even have more lineups. They have more and more. They have to stick it. And they get it. They're still here. And they die in the post, but they stuck it through.
Stay taut as
Doesn't
opposed
get
to.
any
The
closer,
fight
Eden.
demands it.
This doesn't get any closer than how these rounds are going. Thankfully, though, SJSU had the Viper's Pit answer in the form of that lockdown. That's the best possible thing that you could have used it for. And John Hamm still has their own Viper's Pit. They could lock down A, they could lock down B. Either one of these, and then funnel SFU back over to the other side into the waiting arms of the Lion's Den, so to speak.
Poison orb emitting.
We're seeing B attacked once more. SFU so close to closing out this series, but denied 2 rounds in a row.
I mean, they still have to win 6 in a row. So like, it's not quite done yet. Well, actually, no, 5 in a row. My apologies. Math is hard. But look at this, Sam. They are now rotating over to B. They've gone A so many different times. And this is where Yuri is always ready to cook. Look at Yuri, though, getting the pick on a Kaho, but the post-mortem cook. That's insane. But they still got this, Sam. The bomb is going to get planted. A 4v4 favors
Spike
SFU.
planted.
It does indeed. We are seeing blood being spilled across the board. Slayer nearing a smidge of health and a interesting place to put that Viper's Pit. No.
Revealing edge.
It goes up. That shot dart, beautiful.
It just ricocheted around 4 different angles before it hit him. That's so unfortunate, but this is fortunate for Khan. Gets 1. Here we go, Kane getting 2 and ending the game. SFU Pink. They just ended as fast as we thought that the comeback was coming. But Sam, that's it.
That's it. Oh my gosh. Wow. Really, that's all there is to say is wow.
Yep.
What a grand final.
Yeah. I drank a gallon of tea. I'm going to pour myself a new glass. I'm celebrating after that. I'm not celebrating because one team won over the other. Both of these teams deserve to win. That was an insane series. So, yeah, I do want to thank everybody. If we're still on air, thanks for watching, guys.
We love you.